yeah, I think if the gameplay is like strong enough.
All right, so what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Gaming Reactions reaction channel.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
like you said, the
today,
box office numbers don't lie. There is an audience for
Xbox
Avatar.
gets to
I
serve
am,
us
maybe
some
not, but
additional
regardless of
dishes,
watching this gameplay
and we're gonna
trailer,
find out if
you
these
kinda
dishes
got
are good.
reminded, this is a James Cameron joint.
So I'm here to eat again. You know, I reached out to some people, and then their people reached out to me. So what's up? What's up? What's my name? Leo, welcome, man. Dragon Blaze, what's up? What's going on with you? So a few people reached out to me, and it was like, yo, you know, we apologize for, you know, you didn't like the service, the food that we served you on that day. You know, that moment in time is history. So we would like to invite you back to an extended
if you like Avatar and you see this is
eating.
probably what you want, right?
So I'm here. I'm ready to eat, and they're gonna be serving us in what, a little less than an hour. And this is my time to, you know, decompress on some things too as well. You know, I have a little bit of PTSD from that showcase. So hopefully they will show up today. Gordon Ramsay, he's here too. He's back. He's like, man, we'll see what they got to offer. So hopefully we get a little bit more on Hellblade 2 as far as gameplay, right? I don't see we getting anything on Fable. I'll be surprised if we get any gameplay on that game.
That's where
Other games, well,
like shooting and driving.
I don't know.
So
let's see what I don't want to see no more on Starfield. I think I have a clear understanding what Starfield is going to be about, how it's going to play, but I know some Starfield fans out there, they want to see more and more and more, so that they can you know, bathe in their Xbox you know,
let's talk
the
about
glory
the time
of it,
period that this
or
is
whatever.
This is between Empire.
I would like to see. Well, I don't think they're going to show any more on Star Wars Outlaws.
And seeds from.
Man, I thought we saw enough at the Ubisoft
showed off a new moon,
showcase, but you know,
I don't need to be
who knows?
Microsoft
will, and I think Phil Spencer was sitting in the crowd. So I
don't
know. I don't know. So what are you guys looking forward to? And again, thank you for joining me. Man, I wish they would have done this a little later.
Extended fiction
in the day.
I get it, right? Like this is what,
you know, people are working, so they're probably on their phones watching, etc., etc. Or if you're at home working from home, you get the luxury to watch it. You know, the computer. But again,
Matt, how are you feeling about this?
I'm feeling great.
I am gonna stand by, man. I got my forks and knives. They have new napkins here. They tried to offer me Oreo cookies coming through the door. I'm like, man, I don't want no Oreo cookies, man. I want some food, man. Give me some substance. Give me something that's gonna stick to my ribs, man. I don't want no Oreo cookies. Homegirl tried to, you know, she asked me, did I have any daughters? You know, they were like fingernail polish. I was like, I don't want no fingernail polish. She's not gonna want to use that. She's an outdoor person, so she good. She don't need that. And then they try to offer me the Xbox fridge. I'm like, nah, guys, look, you guys invited me back here to eat. So I don't want to hear nothing else. Don't try to sell me nothing. Okay? Don't try to you know, don't sell me anything. Give me something to eat. I'm hungry. And it's lunchtime here. It's 12:10 right now. It's lunchtime here and I'm hungry.
It seems to be like
I'm hungry.
All hands on deck at Ubisoft worldwide.
Oh man, Dragon Blaze, what's up, bro? I wasn't even aware this was going on today. I was aware. So I was thinking, I was like, this is a little too early, you know, because I have some other stuff going on, and right now I'm on my lunch break, and I just thought maybe I'll just put this up for you guys, you know. So if you don't see me in the chair, that means, you know, I had to go away, but doesn't mean I'm not coming back down here to, because I have it running upstairs on my computer upstairs as well. So
it looks like what we know, what we used to know Assassin's Creed.
But hopefully, you know,
okay, yeah, this looks cool.
we just see nothing but first party. I want to see first party games from Xbox. I don't want to see no Assassin's Creed Mirage. I don't want to see no Star Wars Outlaws. Okay, I don't want to see anything second or third party. I just want to see what you have for first party games.
You know, I like that they're back
and
in sort of a tight, more
we'll go from there.
urban setting.
So
that excites me. Sort
glad
of
you guys could join
blending
me,
into
man.
crowds and hiding in plain sight, and you know.
And also we're gonna live stream later today. Actually, I'm going to replay.
They definitely lost something.
I'm going to live stream the.
So you know, excited to get this back. This aspect of it back. A little tiny detail in the gameplay trailer.
Final Fantasy 16
was like
demo.
They did the whole like eagle flying over. And
oh
then,
my goodness,
then, like,
man!
oh, no,
That's one of the best to me personally. I thought it was one of the best demos.
But not everything they were showing was.
Now, mind you, it's a demo, okay, guys? It's a demo. Demo. D-E-M-O. One of the best demos I ever played, man.
Like I said.
So I'm not going to spoil anything. I know you guys probably downloaded it. If you have a PS5, looking forward to playing that game. If you did play it, what did you think of it?
Specifically the last
but I do want to live stream that, and then I have some other reactions that I want to do. You know, just to just to get away from the world and get back down here, man. See what's going on. Superman flying around, doing his thing as usual. You know I hate his guts. You know I'm Batman, right? So down here in the Batcave doing a little detective work.
Avatar or Star Wars. Okay.
And hopefully what's my name? What's my name? What's my name? That's Call. No, not Call. Is it Call?
You know, like
hey, it's lunchtime. Come on and eat. Yes, Call. I can't be there, man. I'm sorry, man. I mean, you guys are at the Indian restaurant. Enjoy yourself. Eat the lamb. I know T is there. You know, eat your butter lamb. You know, I miss all you guys, man. I wish I could have come out with you guys and, you know, break bread with you, because that's one of my favorite spots. You know that. But you know, I have some things going on that you know I have to take care of personally, and also our AO is off this week, so
the videos, the guides, and wikis.
I have to be on the clock. I can't spend.
Introducing IGN Plus, a brand new
you know the time that we normally spend. You know when we was at the old place. But I love you guys, man. Enjoy your food. Maybe we can meet up some other time.
Humble Bundle, the IGN Store, and tons more.
I downloaded it, but didn't get a chance to play it last night. Woo! I'm telling you, I'm telling you, man, you're gonna be shocked at
from revealing
the ending
behind your favorite franchises.
I'm not gonna spoil nothing. I didn't expect that to happen.
Gives you a peek
and if this is and you know the interesting thing is that
join us as we dive
I get to carry over everything into the game, like for what I've done in the demo. So once the game drops, I can pick up from where I left off, which is good. Well, we all can do that. But that, man, I'm telling you, on my Sony Bravia, and the way this game looks is amazing. So if you want the full freaking experience of these video games, if you're able to afford it, get you a high-end TV, I'm telling you, or high-end computer screen, etc., so you can see it in all its glory. It looks amazing. It plays amazing. I am looking forward to more of this story. And it's let's just say what you saw in the. I'm not even gonna give you that. I'm not even gonna give you that. So Leo, once you play the demo, and you get to that certain part in the game where the ending is in the beginning. But I'll just leave it at that. I'm not saying anything else. It is awesome, man. I'm telling you. I was like, yo, this is getting good, man. This is gonna be a good one. Now I did unlock the Econ, I think that's how you say it, Econ Challenge. So I'm gonna play that as well and see how that stacks up in all its glory. But it's a good time, trust me. The demo is very, very well put together. Does Xbox have a demo also? No. I think Final Fantasy 16 is exclusive to PlayStation. I don't think this is on Xbox. Now, it would have been nice, you know, because I can understand, you know, the Xbox, you know, gamers gripe, and you know, and also, you know, gamers alike, right? Man, Final Fantasy 16.
Welcome back to Game Soup right here on
man, oh
IGN
man, you're gonna have to get a PlayStation to play it.
We're gonna chat about known games that were missing
unless
from
they have,
the
I think they have it on
showcase
PC
this
as
year. We
well.
have an update from former.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Omega
I
Cop
think
Tina
they have it on
Amini,
PC. I'm not
herself,
sure. I
on
think
what
they
is
came
going
out and
to
said
be,
that
what
it
we should
wasn't
expect
coming
from
to
the Xbox
PC
showcase coming up. Thought it was gonna be
right
added to
now
the
or something like
dock,
that. I don't know.
see it here. I'm gonna pull up
But I
my
think it is exclusive.
trusty
I have an LG
cellular
yes.
device. What we can
Dude,
expect on the
your
Xbox showcase coming
your
out is more
LG
looks from
C1
Avowed,
OLED is
Towerborn,
gonna do it
Senua's
so
Saga,
much
Hellblade
freaking
2,
justice.
The
I'm
Elder Scrolls
telling you.
Online, Necrom, and
This Sony
Microsoft
Bravia
Flight
that
Simulator
XR that I
2
have,
expansion.
man, is
Around a desert.
it's
like the Venn diagram
insane.
of who that's interested in is
I'm
Seth
like,
Mason,
yo.
right directly in the middle of it.
Avowed is
No, I thought
interesting
you
one
meant,
from the Xbox showcase. Finally got a look at
no, I
that.
thought
That was
you meant
announced,
demo.
Years ago from Obsidian,
Demos.
next big RPG from them. I don't know. I saw some mixed reactions to that.
Yes, I mean yes. I'm talking about the
We're
demo.
used to it.
I'm talking about
Maybe
the
this
Final
panel
Fantasy
was like, to
16
me,
demo.
It's like, well, if you know we can't get a big Elder
If
Scrolls,
that's what you're
I
referring
already
to.
saw them do a really good Fallout.
Let me know if you guys can hear me. If I'm
Space
too
Space
low
Sci-Fi
or I
RPG,
need to
why
speak
couldn't
up.
They do a great, you know,
Are you?
No
talking
PC.
about
Yes,
Outer
yes.
Worlds?
So I kind of figured that because they did come out. Square did announce, and, you know, and say, hey, you know, we're not, you know, unquote, you know, doing PC at the moment. So
they originally talked about the game as being like Obsidian Skyrim, right? Like we're
but I enjoyed every bit of the demo.
Play to our strengths and let's really
was awesome.
lean on companion interactions and like a little bit.
But I'm
smaller,
gonna live stream it
more story-focused
a
experience,
little
like,
later today
that sounds
as well.
perfect. That
I
sounds
agree.
Great. And,
Because I wanna
like
play
you
it
said,
again.
It's been, Skyrim is 12 years old.
Or or I
like that
cannot
game,
live
if you've
stream
never
it
played Pillars
and
of
then
Eternity,
just,
it's
you know,
set in
let
that
you
Pillars
guys
of
play
Eternity
it
world, and I just
yourselves,
think the
'cause-
lore and world building and magic and characters of
I think
that
that's what
game
I do.
is,
Yeah, you
it's
guys
perfect,
just
and,
play
you
it,
know, it's
man.
ripe to
I
sort of,
won't live stream
learn
it.
more about and
I
hopefully
won't
reach a
live
little
stream it
bit
at
of a
all
broader audience.
because I know it's already out there. So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't go to
Very
YouTube
excited
and
for
watch any
Avowed. I
videos.
didn't think
Just
they showed
download the
off
demo
this
if you have a
week. Was
PS5.
that great?
Download
But,
it,
you know,
play it,
I'm happy to kind of chalk
and
it
then
up to just
we
kind
can
of a
come to the
weird
table
trailer
and discuss
you
it.
know, and hopefully we'll see more in 40 minutes.
Because I can only
Yeah, I think
imagine
it
what the
was
rest of
cool.
the
I
game
think some of the
has
commentary was about how
to offer.
the look of the game has changed from the teaser trailer. But
Yes,
come on, that was
yes,
years
that's
ago.
what I was saying.
Teaser
The
trailer, I
look
think,
of the
was just some
game,
hands
and
kind
I
of
don't
spelled in the
understand
logo,
what
so
some of these
I don't know
gamers
how
were
much it
looking
could-
at. I'm
I
like,
don't know how much
guys,
any
if you
sort of
look at the
visual style
teaser,
existed back then. Matt, what'd you think?
unless the teaser was running
I'm on the
on
mixed side. You know,
PC,
I think of the
this
games that
game,
we
this
could use
right here
to
was not
improve,
running
it's
on
Avowed, you know, and I'm glad that there's
Avowed
something
was
that
not
is
running
easier.
on the Series X.
It's one of those things where,
So when I
you know, Outer
when I
Worlds, felt was
compared
a
the
fun
two, I'm
remake
like,
on
this
the
looks a
sci-fi
little
setting from
different,
Obsidian,
like
and it was
downgraded
what's the word I'm looking for?
compared to what they
Not a
showed
parody,
previously.
but
I'm like,
It was pretty silly.
This is
silly,
Avowed?
tongue-in-cheek. And I was hoping for a similar kind of remix of the genre.
not saying that this game
when I
is
saw
not going to
Avowed,
be
you
any
know,
good or
or
anything like
yeah,
this,
a
but
remix of, like,
you
the
know, and
Skyrim
I
formula,
understand,
but the
you know,
scenes
when it
actually
comes to
just like the
PC
Skyrim from Obsidian. So
and
I
console,
see
but
more
when you
of that sort
when
of,
you
like,
put out the
treatment.
narrative as far as
People haven't played
because I want to
Pillars
know
of Eternity,
what
sets it
type of
apart from
PC it
Skyrim.
was
It's
running
a
on when
little
you
bit
first announced
using
it.
Earth terms is it's maybe
That these
100 to
consoles are
150
not too
years
far
modern,
away
so there's kind of
from,
muskets
you know,
and
being
some
a,
basic
you know,
guns.
pushing
It's not
PC
quite- it's
type,
like in between
you know,
Skyrim
graphical
and steampunk, I suppose. Like
blah blah blah.
somewhere in the
You
middle
know what I'm
there. And
saying?
So that technology
So when I
level
saw
is
this, I'm
actually
like,
interesting to
man,
me
did
too.
they
Interesting.
dumb
That
down
saves
on
technology
Avowed?
Sometimes.
Yeah, similar.
'Cause it
similar,
looks-
yeah, similar.
Yeah, that looks
To me,
cool. It'll be interesting to see a little bit more of
it
that.
looks different.
Towerborn would be good to see because
I
that's
thought
kind of
Jose meant if
an unknown
Xbox
quantity for
have
me. I
demos
don't
in
even know
general.
what to make of
Oh,
that.
okay, I
Did that
got
make-
you.
Did that?
I got you. I got you.
Make more sense to anyone else when they.
So Jose, if you're still here, man, thank you for joining the stream, man. I hope you guys are still here. Hope you guys are ready for this extended Xbox
Banner
showcase.
Saga is good, yeah.
And do you guys think that Sony may be planning something?
Yeah, but the style was so they nailed the
Do
style.
you think
so
they're
much.
sitting back,
Yeah, but
you
Banner
know,
Saga was
or
like a
sitting in the
very
background
serious,
and like,
you know,
okay, we're gonna watch
sort of
this
a- kind of a
extended,
downer story, like a great
you know,
strategy
showcase
game,
and
but
see
very,
what they do?
it's a drop.
and then we'll make a decision. We come out with a what?
Trying to exist out
Sony
there. But this is, like, a little
Experience
bit more cartoonish, a little
showcase.
more fun, I think,
Courteous
Maybe when you
of my
make
man
three
D Nice.
very super serious
He
games, you
made
need a
that
break.
I
comment.
definitely feel for developers that are making
yesterday.
like if you're making like an action adventure game, like great, got it. But if you're doing something kind of unusual from a genre mixing standpoint of like, you know, it's got an action RPG.
So I
element,
hope you
but
guys
there's
are having a
town
great
building
day,
element and other
man.
Stuff like that's very hard. In
Hope you're having a
every
great
press
day, great
conference-like
week.
setting to kind of
So
communicate
far.
in like a 60-second
And just look
soundbite.
forward to
So
gaming, man.
That's where like it's
I'm
another
looking
just
forward
perfect
to a
candidate
lot
to
of
kind
these
dive
games
in
that has
on.
been shown.
Yeah, that's what we'll be taking.
Again, the
extended looks at coming up in
Ubisoft
just under
showcase was
40
on point.
minutes at
The
second
Capcom showcase
Let's talk a
was.
little bit about some big games that were
I don't know what
missing
Capcom.
from the showcase
I don't know
this
what
week.
they were
And
thinking, but hey,
obviously,
you can't.
The biggest one. The
It
most
is what it
important
is.
one Perfect Dark.
You know, it's
We'll
just
bring
my
it up
thoughts
every
and
year.
opinions.
That is the hill I will die.
I was
on.
hoping
That's,
for
it was
something,
announced at the
at
Game Awards
least.
2020.
Give me
It's been
something,
2.5
man.
years since then, and I just
One game. If they would have just announced Resident Evil 9, just gave
That
us a
was
teaser, then I would have been okay with that. Everything else is like, bleh.
It was
Whatever, I
animation.
would have been okay with that.
Animated tease
There was
trailer.
just kind of like swirling sand. And
Perfect Dark.
What do you have to gain?
Oh
by being
yeah,
like,
would they
"Hey,
show?
guys, we're
No,
making
I
Perfect
think
Dark
they're just only
CNC."
going
I liked
to
those.
extend
I think those are really
on
fun. I like the Metroid Prime.
those
logo,
games that
too.
were
I just
shown.
think it's something to look forward to. I'd rather have something.
But
to look
I don't
forward
think
to
they're gonna
than
show
not.
Perfect
It
Dark.
is getting weird now that
If
the
they show
studios are
Perfect
stretching out
Dark,
between those things so much, and yeah,
that would be
that's-
something.
Here's the weirder thing. Joanna Dark wasn't there. There wasn't even a single Spartan helmet in the whole presentation. So
Yeah,
that's like Mario. Like, how do you put on a presentation for Xbox without even like being like, you know, well, Master Chief's gonna be on
Nah,
the
come on,
It
man. Yeah,
feels
but
pretty
I have to
weird
agree with
not
them though.
have,
There was
like,
no Halo.
Like, you know, Ubisoft had mobile games and like
I
Just
think they
Dance in the
announced
presentation. Microsoft
offline
had
there was some
something
updates
about
to
the new season
Redfall.
of Halo Infinite. If that like it
Yeah,
didn't
it's
need
a
to be a big
platform,
thing,
right?
yeah.
I don't
That's
know,
why I
man.
think, you know,
What do you guys think, man?
Mario remains as relevant for Nintendo today as he ever has. I don't think you can say the same thing for Master Chief.
Yeah, you were talking about this. So, because of their acquisitions, right? It means that. Well, I'm just saying. Like,
Oh,
now that their
man, I
first
missed
party
this
might be
call. I
something
shoulda-
Completely different than what their first party was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They don't need Master Chief.
Well, I also just think that the shooter space, the online shooter space, has just changed so much over the years. You know, because of Call of Duty still a juggernaut. Then you got your Fortnites and what Respawn's game, which I'm blanking on.
I mean, you have all these extraction shooters
Yeah.
and battle royales, and then one day Halo wakes up and it's old, right? And I say that as someone like I actually really loved Halo Infinite, but there's no denying that it's by accident sort of become this kind of throwback style shooter.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed Halo Infinite's campaign very much, but I didn't play any multiplayer.
I love the multiplayer.
I don't think the multiplayer had made as much of a splash as you would have expected a Halo game to make 10 years ago. I don't know, Matt, am I way off base here?
No. Like
What is this?
growing up, my friends and I played Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Infinite. And I was an Xbox gamer for all through high school for that reason. Halo Infinite. comes
Halo
out,
Infinite.
I get together with the same group of friends I played Halo with back then, and we just stopped playing after a couple weeks.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
my
Halo
experience
is
of,
not like
instead
it
of
was back in the
lasting
day.
12 months,
I'm
it
not a big
lasted,
Halo fan,
1 month.
Yeah.
but I
And,
can
that
tell
month
you
was
I
great.
was
I mean,
around
it's
people
just
that
not,
would
I just moved on.
religiously play
You know, it's funny,
Halo.
it's not even that we just stopped playing.
They would give their lives for Halo.
For other,
They
you
would
know,
steal
multiplayer
from
games
their
that we
moms
we
for
played
Halo.
Sea of Thieves together. We played
People that
for
would
Horizon,
just
you know, like,
end
we
their
played the
relationships
Xbox
for
multiplayer
Halo.
game. It's just
So if they had to
Halo
choose
is
between
not that multiplayer game
a
that
supermodel
we
and Halo,
gravitate
they would
towards,
choose Halo.
you know?
But speaking of
If they had to
CCTV,
choose
you can take a
between
little
$1 million
excursion. There was a very cool
and Halo,
tie-in,
they would
announced for that.
choose
That makes
Halo.
a lot of sense with the Secret of Monkey Island.
It's one of those things that once you
If
hear
they
it
would,
out
if
loud,
they
you're
had to
like, of
choose
course
between
that
your
makes sense.
own having your
Yeah,
own
exactly.
island full of
So maybe some
you know,
funny business
your
with Ron
preferred,
Gilbert. Apparently he wasn't
they would choose
involved.
Halo.
Maybe he's a little bit.
Like these guys right now sitting with their laptops in front of them. That's how it
In there
was.
as well, and
That's how it was when I would walk in,
apparently
like,
there's supposed to be
you know,
some
the
kind of
barracks and these guys,
point-and-click
or the
puzzle
lounge.
solving that you're
These
doing
guys
within
have all
CFD,
their
so-
computers hooked up. I'm
But
like,
all the time
dude,
in the
what
world, I
in
would
the
spend
world
some
are you
time
guys
playing
doing?
Sea of Thieves 'cause it just
Halo,
looks so fun.
Halo,
Every time they have
Halo.
these big expansions, they look like a blast.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of Xbox,
Sea of Thieves,
mascots,
Monkey Island. So I'm
it's
looking
a
forward to
game series
this.
That we've seen at nearly every Xbox.
I'm
release.
definitely looking forward
It's
to this
Sea of
game
Thieves.
here. So,
It's one of those games.
if the
that,
team is on, I'm still
didn't have the
watching.
best launch, but now
What's my name?
they've turned the
You
ship
guys are
around.
still eating.
Ah,
I know you're sitting with the
Plus,
team.
Rare found their way.
I'm
It's
looking
this
forward to
Rare
playing
website.
this.
What?
This
Yeah.
is their reason
Sea
to
of
exist.
Thieves,
It's not,
Monkey Island.
Banjo
So if you
Kazooie
guys want to join me on that,
years like we might have thought it
that
would
would be great, guys.
I wouldn't mind getting another.
Jump on the Xbox and have some fun.
mind getting a 3D platformer from Rare today. The last one they made was Nuts and Bolts.
Sure.
Which was ahead of its time because now people love that in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yep. Yep. Totally.
Rare is also working on this Everwild, which is one of the games that was missing, and I don't even know what that game is.
Missing game.
Yeah, Everwild. We haven't seen anything from Everwild.
They have a huge stock
That
of games we
wasn't
can talk about next
there.
What about Indiana Jones?
Again, Indiana Jones.
We
Yep.
have a new movie just about to be released.
That's a movie game?
Nothing on Indiana Jones.
Sheen Games. Okay.
If you guys
Huge
again
Indiana
remember the
Jones
teaser
game,
for
the
Wonder
final
Woman,
farewell
there
to
was
Harrison
nothing
Ford.
on
We have a
that.
trailer for our new game when nope.
Right.
Nah, don't bother.
Although
And majority of the games that were announced are
gave
coming
the movie a 4
2024.
out of 10,
So
so
the
maybe they
placeholder
didn't
is
want to-
12/31/2024.
to remind
There's
people
no
about it.
release dates.
But we've talked about this before. What are they doing with the likeness and the voice in this game? What have they done in the past? Has it always been Harrison Ford in the games?
I think good question. I mean, I've played some of these games, but now I can't even remember.
No,
I think
that
it must
what are
be
you talking
something.
about? That's a good question. Since you guys are so,
No way he's
I'm an Indiana Jones fan. You guys should have known. You guys should know that.
De-aging in the film and that sort of thing. So, I mean, with AI, who knows what the possibilities are going
100%.
forward.
They could absolutely make it sound just like him with off-the-shelf stuff. I mean,
that's what-
which is like a new thing, but like that's a controversy in terms of hiring voice actors and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens.
It is. We're still going to hear the voice of Darth Vader as we know it well into the future. Thank you to AI.
Yep.
We were talking about Obsidian, then Outer Worlds 2.
Yes,
That's,
Outer Worlds
missing. I
2
think we've
was
gotten
not there.
2 trailers for that. There was at least one from 2 summers ago. That was just a cinematic.
I mean, it's one of those sequels that I'm surprised. I really loved Outer Worlds, and I do think it caught the second life on Game Pass. But all accounts is that it wasn't a bestseller, right? So it was like that sequel was announced. And
Yeah, because I
everyone
was
kinda
I was thinking about that too.
surprised, but also
when they
kind of
mentioned
like
Outer Worlds 2,
slightly
I'm like,
befuddled,
what was
like,
so
oh,
special
look,
about the
we're
first
giving
one?
this one a second
I
chance.
didn't play it.
But like, it's great if you haven't
I
played it on Game
didn't
Pass, download it,
decide
play
to
it.
navigate the internet to even see what it was about. So
It's cool that I think
for,
Obsidian gets to
for a
work
lot
on
of
the games
gamers
that
to
they
be,
seem to want to work on, right?
whoo,
Like,
Outer
of
World
the-
2,
of
like
the
what's so
big
special about
studios
that
or
game?
the Xbox Studios. Obsidian's worked on that game where they fight giant insects, Grounded, right? And now they get to make a sequel to a game that they clearly really loved making.
Yeah.
And then they've got Avowed also, so it's at the very least it's cool that they have the freedom to pursue their projects.
Avowed is another Elden
On the left
Ring
here, that's the
type
original cinematic trailer that
game.
we got
I mean,
for
I
Outer
don't.
Worlds. And on the right, you see the official countdown to
All
the
right.
Xbox games. Showcase
To me,
extended has begun.
from
Just
what it
over 30
looks
years
like,
to
but,
go until we hand
but,
you over to Xbox and see more on games like Avowed and Towerborn and
Towerborn?
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
How many of you guys are even going to play these
Now,
games?
one thing that's a little bit surprising out of this week is that there's supposedly
Towerborn,
a big Call of Duty something
Clockwork.
this year, even if it's not. The
How many
Modern
of you
Warfare
guys?
3, it's
You,
supposed to be
if there's any
a
Xbox
big enough,
diehards here,
release.
are you even going to play those
Follow
games?
on to Modern
Follow on
Warfare
to Modern
2
Warfare
is
2.
what we reported on.
And now we're in midway through June, and we haven't seen anything about it. Nothing from this week. I kind of thought Summer Game Fest would be the place for that.
Or Sony, right? Because Sony
What are you
I
talking
think,
about?
has had
That's true.
Call of Duty announcements before.
Oh yes, Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm surprised
Activision
Call of
as well as
Duty, the
companies
next
now
Call of
take
Duty
to
game
it.
has not
Obviously,
been
it's not
announced.
E3, but, like,
Usually they would
sometimes
kind of
show up
announce
and
it
have
around this time,
presence at
right?
Those sort of bigger times of year, and then sometimes they wouldn't, and they would choose to.
Maybe
wait
we need to
until
bring back
so
E3, man.
They're clearly working on a different timetable this year, but they were never like a sure thing. Like a Ubisoft, it's like they're going to be here and have stuff. At the
I don't
same
even
time
have
every
one
single year,
any.
where Activision is one of those ones that kind of would come and go.
Dude, just
Yeah,
dude.
but
I
maybe
again,
Arkham
I
announced
understand
whatever this Call of Duty
you
is.
handling business.
Will this, if it's
And,
not a full thing, would this be the first?
you know,
year in a
whenever
long
you
time
can,
that
man, get
Activision
your-
did not
get your
put out
Xbox
anything
back.
on Call of Duty?
Well, I think
You
they're
know?
going to promote it as a full.
I think
Right.
it'll probably have
they're
the
going to try
same
their best to make it
marketing budget,
Right.
but it's not going to be, as far as we know, Modern Warfare 3.
Exactly. Right. That would be interesting to see how they kind of push that out there. And
Yeah, it's gonna be Modern Warfare 3. I think they announced it, did they
We
not?
haven't heard anything about it. Like normally we would get a tease around April, May, and then do we? Even have the
Yeah,
studios
yeah,
to
I
do
agree.
it?
I mean,
Like they have that rotating studio cycle.
they would have let us know,
between
you know.
I don't.
Sledgehammer.
Yeah, I was just. I meant
Hey,
to
Call
look
of
into that
Duty is
because I'm a
boom,
little
boom.
confused about
Here it
who's
is.
gonna be working on it. It kind of reminds me of what was the
Prepare
Halo
yourselves.
game, like Orbital Shock ODST.
ODST.
Right.
Yeah, it could be something like that, which is a totally fun campaign for a shooter, and then it updated the multiplayer. But
I mean, you know, that franchise sort of hit a low point before they brought back Modern Warfare, and then Modern Warfare revitalized it, and it's kind of back. I was about to
but
say
that's your opinion.
That's literally true, but like
that
it's
is
back and
your
very
opinion.
Popular and beloved again, but it's the Warzone platform has continuity game to game, and then we're backing away from single player campaigns. Oh, never mind. Like, you know, we are going to give people a single player campaign, and so. Like, I can respect Activision and those sort of rotating Call of Duty studios for kind of taking a breath and taking a beat and like figuring out. Like, I have to imagine that they're kind of.
He says not yet, but I think they wanted the deal to be done so they could show it at the Xbox show.
It's very, very popular. Then it's also a little bit of a victim of its own success. Of it makes it slightly weird and challenging for them to sort of sell a $70 Call of Duty game to consumers every year.
Yeah, especially with Warzone still existing, and that just carries on regardless of what Call of Duty.
Yeah, but you know, at this time, I'm like,
they have to announce it at some point.
Then make the deal, right?
If it's gonna be out in
go ahead and make the deal. I mean, I know you guys going through your little.
About time that they want to start getting word out about that.
You know, appeal.
EA has Immortals of Aveum,
and then
next month, and that's
they can't make the deal. You know,
player spell shooter.
The FTC is doing their thing,
we know
so
what they have. I mean, we know that the stuff they're working on, but we don't.
We'll see what the outcome is going to be.
From their annualized sports games, because we didn't get anything from Dragon Age, Mass Effect. I
didn't expect no Mass Effect.
I completely forgot about.
Officially revealed. They also have Skate.
Skate, yes.
Skate that's already been announced.
All games I'm looking forward to.
I mean,
I can't believe
he's right, man.
BioWare. So
there's some games that has been announced. We haven't
show a little bit of what one of these games are, but
nothing.
Things are changing. I think people, are still doing the teases that Justin was talking about, which is like the flash of the logo, but like they're not even doing that for Mass Effect yet, right? Like it's crazy.
What is that? Black Myth Wukong?
Dragon Age is coming first.
What is that?
And we've seen Dragon Age trailers too.
Oh,
right?
BioWare.
Then there was nothing for a long time.
Well, and I know that fan reaction to Dragon Age was kind of mixed. I love
it was our game of the year.
It was IGN's game of the year over Shadow of Mordor, which, you know, even that was like a little bit of a maybe unpopular choice. But for me, I thought Inquisition was incredible, and I'm so excited that the tease that we saw from Dragon Age, however many years ago it was, seemed like it was a direct story continuation from that, which I didn't expect. I kind of expected them to reboot it, but you know, bringing back all that Dreadwolf storyline stuff, like I hope they didn't back away from that. So that keeps the Justin hype level incredibly high for that game. But we'll see.
Matt, are you BioWare?
Oh, that's what it's called, Dreadwolf?
Looking forward to all this?
I'm looking forward to eventually playing these games and then being excited for the new ones. Okay. They're long games. They're hundreds and hundreds of hours long, you know. I think it is interesting about Dragon Age, though, in that, you know, for like Fable, for example, right? We get one trailer a year during these summer events, and that's like a reminder that, like, hey, Fable's still in development, right? But like for Dragon Age, we've gotten developer updates like fairly consistently all throughout last year on Dreadwolf, you know, and then
really, I didn't see anything.
Sort of big event season, and it's just not there, you know, and we know they're working on it because they talk about it semi-regularly.
Now, Sam, Halo not being mentioned at all at Microsoft is about as surprising as Hideo Kojima.
Because like I stated, Sony and Microsoft had similar scripts.
And
they were all sniffing dust at the same time.
And then
they shared each other's scripts.
Kind of thing where you think like,
said, "Hey,
just come on and show something weird."
And we're gonna play with our ponies, and we're gonna play with our Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, I just know
he's been tweeting like crazy. We
all been seeing crazy.
This? Yes, maybe drunk tweeting.
It's like
we'll give him a few, you know, just a little taste.
Stuff about Metal Gear and some stuff that's like kind of behind the scenes and interesting. So, while this Metal Gear stuff is clearly spinning out of his control in the realm of publishing games, he's still owning the creative, control over.
That's true.
Us talking about Metal Gear.
I know you're also a big fan of Death Stranding. So,
yeah.
Were you disappointed you didn't get anything else about Death Stranding?
I mean, I was hoping. See, Death Stranding, had the longest tease of weird stuff that any game's ever had, and I didn't care at all. But Metal Gear fans loved it, and Kojima fans loved it, and they really.
Sony has to come out with something, man.
Be that campaign.
I mean, if it's just state of plays.
The craziest couple of years of breakdowns, and everybody was wrong in the end, and that's great. But
wow,
we're not going to get that with Escape.
But we did.
And it's good that Xbox is, doing this, and hopefully,
baby steps.
Hopefully it's good.
It's go watch the trailer if you haven't seen it, everybody.
That's a funny one. Okay, the Xbox Extended Showcase is still to come, but we need to take a quick break. IGN Summer of Gaming will return shortly.
IGN
All right, guys,
Summer
stay
Gaming
on
is
board.
presented by Immortals of Avium, available
And
July 20th on PC, PS5,
I'll be right back.
and Xbox Series X and S.
Don't go anywhere. Hit the like button.
Behind every game, movie, and TV show you love is a wild, crazy, and sometimes unbelievable story.
No one is just black and white.
From revealing the secrets behind your favorite franchises to solving a legendary video game mystery,
I'm coming for you.
IGN Inside Stories gives you a peek behind the curtain.
If people come to the game now and see what's going on there, I think they'll be surprised.
Join us as we dive into hyper-dedicated fan bases, worldwide phenomenons, and the most incredible untold tales in games and entertainment.
I said, wait a minute, that doesn't sound so good.
It was definitely not what I expected in the best way.
Inside Stories, available now only on IGN.
And I was like, holy shit, we're gonna do this.
Why are people so mean to Koroks in Tears of the Kingdom? We may never know, but what I do know is you should follow IGN on all of our social media platforms. We got video game previews, celebrity moments, and so much more. Follow us. Or don't.
IGN Summer of Gaming is presented by Warhaven, a 16v16 PvP medieval fantasy game. Now charge into epic battles as one of 6 different character classes, work together as a team to dominate the battlefield, and awaken the power of an immortal to turn the tides of war yourself. Now wishlist the game on Steam and play the game for free during Steam Next Fest on June 19th. Well, let's take a look.
And we're back. We were waiting for Xbox's extended showcase. In just a moment, we'll talk about who's had the best showcase of the week so far here on Summer of Gaming. But first, let's talk about Nintendo and how quiet Nintendo has been. Not only did they not have their own sort of direct event this week, they didn't show up at Summer Game Fest, whereas they have in the past. They didn't have anything to show. I don't know, Sam, you think it's just because they're riding high. They've got Tears of the Kingdom out there. Quite possibly Game of the Year, remains to be seen, but you know, definitely the early favorite right now.
I think that's part of it. They have announced some sort of fan fest this fall
in September, yeah.
And I think they're putting all their eggs in one basket.
We also know they're going to be at Gamescom in August.
Mm-hmm. And I would hope that as part of that fest, there's some kind of direct alignment with that. The Nintendo Direct alignment. Nintendo Directs, they do them in September usually to kind of talk about these are the games you'll be playing this fall. That used to be a June thing, and so that's why it's just like a little bit disappointing. But between now and then, we have Pikmin, and then nothing. So
we don't know. Yeah.
We have to know what's coming out. And believe me, if it was just Tears of the Kingdom DLC, we would all eat that up and enjoy it, right? Yeah. So that would be really cool too. And I think before the end of the year, there's a good chance that we might get that. So that's going to be announced at some point.
Yeah, I'm definitely sad to not have Nintendo here at this, non-E3. Like, they're always a nice palate cleanser and balance between, look, I'm a big boy. I like mature games as much as the next guy, but that balance of Nintendo shows us something, family-friendly and for everyone and a new Mario, and then that contrasts with, the grimdark shooters that we've seen all week. But but they as a company Nintendo is at like its highest high, maybe ever, in the company's 100+ year history. Like, they have the second biggest animated movie of all time ever made. They have Tears of the Kingdom, which is overwhelmingly going to be the best-selling Zelda game. I think it's going to eclipse Breath of the Wild, which was already the best-selling Nintendo game, and the Switch is still a runaway success. So I think at this point they can kind of announce games whenever they want and do whatever they want.
Sure. Yeah, Matt, what do you think about what's going on with Nintendo?
Yeah, I mean, from that perspective, they absolutely do not have to be here. They are riding that Tears of the Kingdom wave as much as they can, and then they'll regroup and in the fall, and we'll find out what they've got coming in the wintertime.
I mean, the other subtext here is that there continues to be persistent rumors of new Switch, new hardware, and there's definitely, and like this is not me, like this is just me speculating for me, but like. There's a balancing act of when you can announce that, because the moment you announce that, no one's gonna buy a Nintendo Switch anymore, right? So like, that's a little bit of a weird spot when you're in this console transition period as well. So
yeah, it's feeling more and more like it's time, because like they've got Tears of the Kingdom out the door. That was their launch game, so they've sort of bookended maybe the life of the Nintendo Switch. They're coming back to Gamescom and then their own in-person event in September. There's some reason they want to get people in person to get their hands on something. I don't know.
And that console's 6.5 years old. So it's like, forget any sort of rumors or speculations or NVIDIA chip pipelines. Just like look at a calendar. Like they have to do something new soon. So the time's right.
Yeah, especially since after Pikmin in July, we don't know what they have software-wise coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, and I can legitimately, like, to emphasize my point from earlier, I can see them saving stuff so they have a good announcement, situation for their show this fall. Like, if they have so much there, then people will be really happy, and I think that would be an interesting way to save us some summer announcements.
Yeah, speaking of saving stuff so that you have enough to show, maybe someone at Capcom would have thought of that. And I love Capcom. I don't want to beat up on Capcom, but
maybe a little.
Of the showcases over the past week, I think the Capcom one was, it's become an internet cliche to say that could have been an email. But in this case,
well, it's funny because we were just not really criticizing, but commenting on Microsoft not having Master Chief at all in their presentation, their famous helmet. They did have Mega Man in this, to their credit, but it was for the craziest amalgamation mobile PC game ever.
Free-to-play mobile PC game.
That was where my interest peaked, and like we're talking about like mid-nap.
It's like Capcom, you didn't have to be here. You didn't have to, and like Capcom as a business, I don't know that they're at an all-time high like Nintendo is, but they're in a good place,
they're in a
right?
That's what makes it so weird, because ever since Resident Evil 7, they've been riding high. They've become one of the best and most reliable third-party publishers. It's just hit after hit.
Street Fighter's doing great.
Their games are selling more than ever. Monster Hunter World is a huge success, and all the Resident Evils have been great. So yeah, it's like, whoa.
Just tell us what Resident Evil you're doing next. That's what I want to know.
If you're gonna have a showcase during this week, I guess I just would have expected they would have had something a little bit more substantial.
I do think Dragon's Dogma 2 looks really cool.
I think it looks very cool too. Yeah. I don't know if it's enough to carry it. Exo Primal, they're
trying. Yeah, they're
really trying. It was weird. At Summer Game Fest, they showed that the Street Fighter characters are going to be in there, but then in their own showcase, they didn't even mention that, even though they had a deep dive on Exo Primal.
Yeah.
They showed a very long roadmap for what they have planned for that game. So they're hoping the game's going to have legs. I don't know if that will prove to be true.
It might have little tiny arms.
It has all the T-Rexes have very tiny arms.
I didn't know the dinosaurs just poured out of a mysterious portal into their world to invade them, and it looks absolutely and it looks ridiculous. And it's one of those things where like once I saw that, I'm like, well, okay, actually I will try this out.
Yeah. Yeah, it really works.
Yeah, it kind of does work. It's a powerful image.
It's like their Earth Defense Force. Yeah. Instead of swarms of giant bugs, it's swarms of dinosaurs, which isn't a bad idea. It's just a strange idea for Capcom.
Yeah.
And like, what else did they have? They had a new Ace Attorney collection,
which I am excited for. I love this.
Yeah, which I'm excited for, except I just bought all those games once the eShop shut down, and it's like, I think they timed that on purpose. It's like I either tracked them down on the eShop, them in Layton, or I bought them on eBay in some instances, and it's should have waited.
I would add Resident Evil to our missing list. Like there's either a numbered game coming out or there's a remake coming out. And this is the instance which I know this drives people crazy and we make fun of it a lot, but like if they just showed me the logo, I would at least know how to plan the next couple years of my life around a Resident Evil, because I get so excited for those games, especially after 4. I mean, can you believe that game came out this year and it was so amazing, and now it's just been an amazing year for games for us to not be talking about that every day still, because it's incredible.
It is. It took a Zelda to make us stop talking about that game.
It totally did.
What do you think is going to be next for Resident Evil then? Do you think they do Code Veronica? Do you think they do Resident Evil 5?
I think it's 1.
But they've already remade it.
Yeah, but who cares?
remake
games
in the
over
RE.
again.
Remake it in the RE engine.
Yeah, it needs to have the full
it's like
2, 3.
So you could play the whole series up through 4, and they all like sort of look and feel
and
the
behind the shoulder is really important. Shooting is important. I mean, the remake did not have any of that. It was just same camera angles with basically like an extended version. And if you look at that game now, like it's low res and looks weird. I don't want that game again. I want the story told with just a lot of like cool third-person, zombie shooting.
Justin, you agree? You think they're going to do 1 again?
Yeah, I think Sam just convinced me in real time here. I was like, oh no, I don't think so. But then it's like, oh well, you did make several good points. So yeah.
Well, I always like the mansion as being a system of interconnecting rooms and puzzles, which I think they did really well with 2 and 3 a little bit. Also, I love that type of Resident Evil, and 4 is not that, right? 4 is like you get that in the castle, and then you do a bunch of other stuff. Then you're in, it's like, but the rest of it is kind of around that.
Yeah, there's the whole lake, huge open area.
Yeah, and if it's like military shooter stuff.
Yeah,
I've always had a soft spot for 0, which feels like it's kind of forgotten.
That's a good point too.
And so maybe bringing that one back could be fun.
Yeah, I never even played that one actually, so that'd be a good opportunity to do that. Okay, so it seems like we're all generally in agreement that Xbox had the best showing this week. We really like Star Wars Outlaws and Starfield. So looking ahead now that we know some release dates and we know some big games that are coming up next year and the year after that. Sam, what would you say are the most exciting things you're looking forward to playing over the next year or so?
Well, some of them actually weren't at the show. I really want to see the Marvel games. Like I want to see like Wolverine, for example.
Oh, that's right, from
Those
Insomniac.
are some
that was
missing
a
ones
big
I'm excited for.
one.
So I'm a little disappointed we didn't get to see that. But I mean, I think that if we had to vote on like kind of a game of the show, I think our staff would kind of be split between Starfield and Star Wars. And both of those Starfield had to do a lot more to convince me to be excited for it at this point, but both of those convinced me this show that those are games I'm looking forward to. So I know that's a little basic, but I threw Wolverine in there too.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that one. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
Justin, how about you?
I mean, we're such like goldfish that like even as I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh yeah, we saw Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw Spider-Man, but that was like, that was 5 days ago. Who can possibly remember that? I like that Spider-Man I gave Ubisoft credit earlier in the show for showing long, unbroken chunks of gameplay, and we got a long look at Spider-Man that, it's sort of confirmed where I feel like every gamers everywhere collectively were like, yep, looks great. Like, let's go. Like, I don't really need to know much more than that. Very, very excited for Spider-Man. I mean, nothing's going to eclipse Starfield as my game of the show. But I thought Spider-Man and Final Fantasy VII Remake, the Rebirth. I don't think it's a spoiler at this point. That it was a little bit of a spoiler for Final Fantasy VII Remake when it was sort of revealed it's not actually a remake, but it's in another timeline and is sort of a different, it almost kind of follows the events of Final Fantasy VII, and they seem to be really leaning into that for Rebirth and the twists on this story and how it's going to be different this time around than it was the first time around. It's almost like the sort of time travel-y Avengers Endgame of Final Fantasy VII, and that to me is just so clever and so smart. And what a clever way to like tell this story again, but then still keep people on the hook of like, you don't know if events are going to play out the same way.
Yeah.
And they really seem to be leaning into that with this trailer for Rebirth of how things are different than they were last time around. And to me, that's like, it turns something that I was not that excited about to being like, oh my God, this is perfect. Like, I loved it. So, and then the open world stuff looks obviously really gorgeous too. So, for me, those are my big 3 coming out of this event is Starfield, Final Fantasy, and Spider-Man.
Cool. Matt, how about you? As the dust settles, what are you looking forward to playing over the next year or so?
I think definitely like all eyes on Starfield for me. Like they came in, they really had to make this one work, and they really had to convince people that Starfield is everything that we were waiting for, and they delivered. They showed it off, and now all I can really think about is like I don't even remember the release dates for the other games. All I know is September, Starfield.
And I like September's actually kind of soon,
Yeah.
right? Like there's an art to like, you know, if it was like the last week in November, I'd be like, oh, it's kind of far away. But like September's like right around the corner.
Yeah, it'll be here before we know it. For me, it's also Starfield in September, and then in October there's a bunch of games coming out. Spider-Man 2, Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I'll definitely play. There's Lords of the Fallen, which we didn't see, that was missing. But I think the game I'm most looking forward to in October is a game that we haven't mentioned yet, and that's Alan Wake 2.
Yeah.
Right. They're going full survival horror.
And it's out during Halloween season, which is always fun.
But missing the target. They missed the target. There's a Friday the 13th.
He will not let this go. I love it.
That's the other hill I'm going to die on. That and Perfect Dark.
I thought the Alan Wake 2 gameplay went pretty hard. Like I don't know what people expected, but for my expectations, I was like, whoa, damn, all right. Like
So what are you talking about? Alan Wake 2?
I mean, I'm not a big survival
That's
horror guy, but,
that's
you know, it was a great showing.
That's a must.
This game looks super cool.
That's the day one.
The foliage.
I think this game is going to sell very, very well.
That you're exploring here, and the leaves blowing on the ground. There's just so many nice little details. It's a very, very.
We'll see what happens. To be honest,
the lighting is so good, and it'll be.
We'll see what happens, man.
The Resident Evil format.
All we can do is just wait.
It is, yeah.
All we can do is wait.
Taking some inspiration from modern Resident Evil games. And then
So that's why I stopped responding to anything out on social media about it. It's out of my control. There's nothing I can do. I'm not gonna be, you know, putting, you know, my 2 cents in the pot.
No, what is it?
You know, because I mean, you have all the subject matter experts already out on Twitter, right?
And look at like.
They know how they all should be hired. Everyone that puts their stuff out there, they should be hired. I don't understand it, man. You should be getting paid for, you know, knowing more than the actual regulators. So I just don't understand it. You know, how you can, you know, spend most of your day talking about this whole thing the way you do. Some people, not all. You know, some people just the energy they put into it, they invest the time that they invest in it.
They're doing some
is beyond me. I'm like, dude, go get a job. You know,
I'm glad
ping them out on Twitter and be like, hey, you guys have any job openings? You know, I know how this works, so that we can get this this deal through. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so excited for Alan Wake 2.
To me, it's just crazy. If that's what we're talking about here. But Alan Wake 2 looks great. Gonna pick that up.
You're really struggling for health kind of stuff.
I know it's gonna sell well.
Limited light sources to keep safe, like all that stuff. I'm so down for.
Yeah. There's also in September there is Mortal Kombat 1, which is gonna be
Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We got
that's the day one.
Really fun.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of you know, gamers out there who want to pick that up, and you know.
Do you think though that because it's such a known quantity that it's kind of like Assassin's Creed Mirage, where you're like, okay, that looks fun, I'll play that, but it's a little bit less exciting than some of the other new games?
I mean, I like
Mortal Kombat 1?
And I like that
teach their own, I guess.
Invested in Mortal Kombat lore, but like, you know, how many times can we see like, you know, Sub-Zero and Scorpion like, oh, they're mortal enemies, and they've told that story 10 times.
Oh, come on,
like,
man, stop
these twists of like characters that were enemies,
stop
and brothers, and like
it's Mortal Kombat, man.
Reboot in an interesting way of like, you know, remixing, you know, and I'm only talking about the story because I'm not a fighting game guy, so I can't speak to like the gameplay details that we saw, but you know, it felt like the right way to do a reboot to me and sort of freshen up a franchise that's been around, gosh, what, I don't know, 30 years.
Yeah.
So, you know, and had the same still as Ed Boon at the helm.
Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Score.
I'm definitely excited for it. It looks great. Yeah. You know, we've been here over the past week covering all these big announcements. I haven't gotten Justin's take on this one yet. I need to know what Justin thought of Pal World.
I mean,
the Give the Pokemon Guns game.
It's impossible. Like, the trailer is so, and like they knew what they were doing with that trailer, right? Of like these moments of like these cute cuddly animals, and then there's that hammer drop moment of like I think
I thought it was.
Like,
I thought it was a Pokemon game
it's hilarious.
as well.
Like, it looks incredible. How can you not? And like, what a log line for like Pokemon with guns. Like,
it is Pokemon, isn't it?
Understood. Mission accomplished. Like,
it's Pokemon.
What more do you need to know?
Oh,
nothing.
Well, how about there is some more to it though, Justin. Are you aware? You can send your pals to work in a factory.
Oh.
You can put them to work for you.
Good.
You can also these are the words of the developers. These are not my words.
Sure.
You can slaughter them and eat them However, eating them is illegal.
You always have to. I always miss.
You can do it.
We got a little bit. I always think it's really charming at E3 or settings like this, where sometimes you have stuff translated from Japanese, and then there's always a little bit of like stiltedness of like. Sometimes you're not sure if the translation's coming through literally, but it's like. I have to take them at face value. Like, yes, you can slaughter them.
There they are. The guns are just coming out the factory line right there.
And then I'm sure there's some kind of like moral conundrum of like, yes, you could send them to work in the factory, but and it's like, nah, I have no problem with it.
No.
That's what you like. I'm in charge of this land. And
so in some respects, it is good that Nintendo didn't make it to the summer game announcement season because they didn't see this, so now it'll still come out.
Yeah,
there a single tear runs down Miyamoto's face.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Is this a video game that a big mass of hundreds of thousands of people are going to download and play and enjoy? I don't know.
I mean,
but I'm glad. I'm glad it exists.
I am glad it exists too. We're just about a minute away before we hand you over to the Xbox Extended Showcase. Matt, what's your take on Palworld?
You know what? Pass. I don't want to say anything.
Hard pass. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Make sure you stay tuned. After the showcase, we'll be breaking down all of our reactions to all the gameplay that we got to see. I want to quickly mention one game that I'm excited for that's coming out early next year, and that is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Yes. That was a pleasant surprise for me out of Summer Game Fest. Prince of Persia going Metroidvania. Justin, does that seem like it's something you want to play?
Yeah, I mean, I went from skeptical, I went on a full arc of like, I don't know, but then they showed the extended gameplay, and that really sold me on it at Ubisoft. I thought it was awesome. I thought it did a really good job of bringing the time manipulation back in, which has become a part of Prince of Persia lore. So really clever, really well done.
Yeah, I'm excited for that, and it has a release date in, I want to say it's January 18th, early next year. All right, the showcase is starting in about a minute now, but don't forget, we've got a new episode of Next Gen Console Watch immediately afterwards to weigh in on which console's lineup is looking the most promising. And hey, if you haven't yet, check out IGN Rewards. It's where you can get access to exclusive giveaways, discounts, beta invites, game codes, in-game items, and more. Join today and get a one-time 10% discount code for almost everything in the IGN store. Justin, does that include GameScoop gear?
Yes.
Yes. Head to IGN.com/IGN Rewards and become a part of the IGN community. All right, it looks like the showcase is about to start. Everybody enjoy the show, and we'll see you on the other side.
All right, here we go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Xbox. I want this food. What food are you giving me right now? Give me. I don't want nothing that you put on the table yesterday or the other day or whenever it was.
I'd like to think I'm always.
What's this? Cyberpunk? Oh, that was just okay. Hey, look. I'm looking for new stuff. Exactly, Leo. Give me Hellblade. Give me I don't want to hear no talking. If you're gonna talk during the gameplay. Talk during the gameplay. Elaborating on what we're gonna be doing in the game. I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to see their faces. Blah blah blah. Give me gameplay. That's just me, Get me excited again to turn on my Xbox. I don't want no flight simulator. I'm sorry, that's just not me, guys. Even though I work in the industry, kind of. I don't want to see nothing about no airplanes. Come on, Xbox. Come on, man. Look. You're giving me the same appetizers, man. I don't want these appetizers right now. That's what I had. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. So nothing new. They just are they just gonna go over the games that they already showed? Okay, all right.
Welcome to the Xbox Games Showcase Extended. My name is Tina Amini, and I'm here to dive a little bit more into the games you saw at our recent Xbox Games Showcase.
I don't want to hear you talk about these games.
Showcase featured 27 ambitious games, all coming to Xbox. Games like Clockwork Revolution from inXile Entertainment, Fable from Playground Games, and from our partners, Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft Massive in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, and Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess from Capcom. Today, we'll take a closer look at some other games from our showcase lineup and introduce you to some more games too. We've got the game director of Avowed from Obsidian Entertainment breaking down the game's trailer, and the game director of Hi-Fi Rush from Tango Gameworks is here to tell us about their newest update.
I don't want to hear nothing about
Sarah
no trailer.
Bond, head of the Gaming Ecosystem Organization for Xbox, who will tell us more about a program to bring games from underrepresented developers with unique visions to Xbox and Game Pass. And we may just have a few other fun guests in store for you too. So stay tuned. But
don't tease me.
Let's check out the rainy streets and sinister markets of Cyberpunk 2077: Phantom Liberty.
Hello everyone. I'm really excited to welcome you to this exclusive Xbox store over Black Market, one of the locations in Dogtown that you are going to be able to explore in Cyberpunk 2077: Phantom Liberty. As you can see, Dogtown welcomes you with an open arms.
Too tame?
This is Black Market, a location where you as a player, as a mercenary, you can obtain unique cyberware and weapons, things that you cannot find anywhere in this world. Dogtown is a part of Night City, but has its own very distinct look and vibe. It's
work in progress captured on Xbox Series X in performance mode. Okay.
Radical mods, Jim. Never seen anything like that on a non-Maelstromer.
You mean this? Ain't seen nothing yet. Check this out. For this year.
We have put a lot of work into making the world feel more alive. Small scenes, secrets to find, Easter eggs, make this place feel more vibrant and more believable.
Maintenance accessories.
But what's inescapable in Dogtown is Kurt Hansen. Kurt is a leader of Borges Militia who
flamingos.
moves Dogtown with an iron fist.
See all that trash?
NCPD, gang wars, not in Dogtown. Taxes, who the f needs them? In Dogtown, I keep your business safe as long as you abide by my rules.
A really nice guy, as you can see.
I thought so.
The Black Market also is a place where you can find new illegal weapons and goods. They are some of the most powerful items in the world, but are often much more dangerous to use. A new cyberware capacity system, which leads you to push your body to the limit and give you new abilities to deliver more thrilling gameplay experiences, like the air dash or the ability to see the enemies through the walls, or change your appearance to lose the heat. The Barghest is the authorities of Dogtown, and they are more dangerous than NCPD. When you as a player commit crimes in Dogtown, they are the guys who are going to chase you. We have completely overhauled the police system. Police actions are more believable, dynamic, and diverse. The team has been working passionately to deliver you more deeper and meaningful experience, and I really cannot wait for you to find out more this September. See you in Dogtown.
We're not done talking about CD Projekt Red's next dive into the story between V and Johnny just yet. In fact, we're here with the voice and stylings of Johnny Silverhand, Keanu Reeves himself. Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Likewise. Well, Phantom Liberty introduces us to an entirely new location in Night City. It's called Dogtown. It's this devastated place. It's controlled by a militia. But I think you know more about it than I do, so how would you describe it to players?
Night City has its own kind of levels to it, and I think Dogtown is kind of going down to a darker place. It's dystopian. It has a tension to it, and this undercurrent of kind of violence, you know, like, and struggle, you know. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Shit's gone down in Dogtown.
Oh, I like that tagline.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, I mean, hopefully it'll be fun for people to play there.
It's hard to believe that there's an underbelly to the underbelly that is Night City, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I'm a little scared, but in a good way.
No, it's a good way. I mean, we're all kind of drawn to, we're all moths to the flame, aren't we? And there's a lot of flame in Dogtown.
Well, if anyone can take it on, it's V, so that certainly gives me the confidence.
Yeah, V's a survivor.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
You know?
And we just saw a tour of Dogtown, too, so we got a little bit of that ambiance, and we can see what the environment is like. People are getting beat up. It's not good.
It's, yeah.
It's not the friendliest place to be. You gotta be prepared for it, truly.
Yeah.
But in our tour, we also hear a recording from a Colonel Kurt Hansen. Who's this guy? Because he seems pretty dangerous, too.
Yeah, that guy. No, I'm sorry, I can't say that. My inner Johnny came out.
I think that's good. You know, we know the tone now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's ex-military, military too, ruthless, power hungry, manipulative, and Johnny doesn't like him.
I could see that. I mean, Night City in general is the kind of place that breeds that kind of character.
Yeah.
Let's take a step back. Let's talk about Johnny as a person instead of this horrible person known as Colonel Kurt Hansen. I don't know about this guy, but people like Johnny, and I think it's interesting because we know him to be opinionated. He's radical. We've seen that in Cyberpunk 2077 in the main campaign, but as we get to know him, he's got a sensitive side too. He can actually be quite caring.
That's what makes it so much fun. He is outspoken. He's a little grumpy. And he has a right to be. He's been used, he's been abused, he's been abandoned. And I think that through that kind of hardness of his outside, there is a vulnerability to him. And I think what's great about it is I get to play that character in so many different ways, and so the range of it is cool.
And especially for the player, you get to see these moments in flashbacks. You start to understand he's a product of his upbringing, truly, of his surrounding.
Well, let's not get carried away. I mean, we could start talking about nature and nurture. I'm sorry, I keep dropping into Johnny. But, yeah, I like his anger. I like his passion. I like what he stands for. He's really just looking for a fair shot. And I love that he's kind of going through music, that there's an artist side to him. And, you know, I got some great speeches.
There's all these moments with Johnny where a tiny little thing, you know, elicits this really fun response. You can flip him off and he double birds you back. Like, I love those kind of moments.
Or rock.
I think another interesting lens of looking at him as we get into Phantom Liberty is his dynamic with Solomon Reed. So what can you tell me about Johnny's relationship with Idris Elba's character?
I think Solomon has some things in common with Johnny in the sense of the military, the sense of being used, abused, you know, It's in the title, right? They're fighting for a liberty. You know, Solomon's kind of trying to reclaim his life, you know, and Johnny's doing the same thing. You know, it's Cyberpunk 2077, so it might start off as revenge, and it might end as revenge, but I think sometimes he feels like he's lashing out at the wind, you know? And I think Solomon has been living out in the kind of the desert of his life, right? Kind of hiding and harboring.
Yeah.
But I think he also has that kind of soft and hard side to him as well.
So as somebody who's very familiar with thrillers, because you've starred in a few, what do you think about Phantom Liberty makes for a good spy thriller in particular?
The quest to understand what's going on. So, and the kind of scavenger hunt of information, the mystery, the double crossing, what is true, what's fiction, what can you count on, you can't count on anything. That is really kind of amplified.
Well, thank you so
Still
much
talking
for
about
coming
this?
To another Xbox presentation. You've got a
Yo.
lot of fans out there in the Xbox community, so I think I can speak for all of us in saying we really appreciate you showing up here today.
Oh, well, thank you.
But before
It's an
I close
honor to
things
be
out,
here. Yeah.
well, before I close
Man,
things
him and
out,
that John
I'd love
Wick
your
look,
help
man.
there, Keanu, how do you think Johnny would end this interview right now?
Well, there's a lot of ways you could do that. But, Tina, pleasure to meet you.
Oh, is that how Johnny would do it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Johnny.
Nice to
Such
What?
Such a pleasure to have
Stop.
you. I thought you were
Hey,
gonna kick down
look,
the
y'all
camera
can
or
do the
something.
romance stuff later, man. Stop playing.
He's respectful.
Stop playing. Look, you guys invited me back here to eat.
Oh, thank you.
I
You
didn't
too.
come here for
I'll
the
see you
extra
out there again
content.
soon.
Stop. Oh, my goodness. I just want to eat, man. You guys see this? What's this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Yo, this is cringy, man. What? I hope this is not a new game. High on knife. Are you guys high on something else? Oh, okay, yeah. I remember now. I was like, wait a minute. You know, something in my head was like, I've seen this before. I'm like, what is this?
You live in doesn't exist. It's a
New tomb uncovered in Egypt's valley. What is this? What is this? What is this? Come on, man.
And if you get a glimpse behind the scenery, the stagecraft, you'll discover nothing but darkness. And once perceived, it will swallow you whole.
In the shadow of an ancient evil.
I'm in a race against this darkness. A race to locate an ancient ruin, a tower of unspeakable power. I need the best of the best. But they're all dead. So I'll use you. Scoundrels, thieves, cutthroats. The best of the worst. Oh, come now. Try not to look so glum. You're going to help me save the world.
Doesn't look too bad. Lamplighters League. That doesn't look bad at all. You know? I'll play something like that.
When it comes to RPG studios, Obsidian Entertainment is among the very best. From Fallout New Vegas and The Outer Worlds to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 and Pentiment, Obsidian Games have placed their stamp on the genre. Joining us today for a closer look at Avowed is game director Carrie Patel.
Oh,
Carrie,
my
I'm
God.
so
Please
excited
don't
to
sit
have
here
you
and
We just saw this
have a
big
dialogue
video of Avowed, and
or
there's
even
so
talk
many
about
little
just
bits
the
of
trailer.
information
I
in there
don't
that I
want
wanna
to
dig out and
hear
pick your
you
brain
talk
around.
about this trailer.
But
We done seen
before
it
we get
already.
into all that, I'm assuming that
Please
you
don't
don't need to
do
have played
this.
Pillars 1 or 2 to really get into Avowed.
You're absolutely right. You don't need to have played Pillars 1 or 2. You can come to the world of Avowed fresh. We want this to be a welcoming experience to new players. But if you are a returning fan, there are some recognizable tidbits.
For people who have played Pillars 1 or 2, can you tease any more of just those general connections to the
No,
universe? And
no,
major spoilers,
no.
of course?
Yeah.
No, I don't
Returning
care.
Characters that players might recognize from Deadfire in particular. Players who have played the original games will recognize some of the parts of the world and some of the factions. The Adirian Empire plays pretty heavily into the world of Avowed, so all of that will be familiar to returning players.
We do start to see some of that Pillars universe now in the Avowed setting, which is really exciting, and it's looking amazing so far. But can you confirm one thing for me? Are we still in Aora?
We're still in Aora, and specifically we're in a region called the Living Lands. So again, returning Pillars fans will recognize the Living Lands as this otherworldly frontier. It's very remote. It's relatively unknown. It's this very dramatic landscape full of all of these different valleys with these unique biomes and creatures, just a really unique visual perspective. And it's a wonderful frontiersy spot that's set for adventure. There's a lot that's undiscovered, and so that's the part of Aora that we're introducing players to in Avowed.
And we also see a character talking to us in the trailer. He seems like he might be a companion, because that would be a very Obsidian thing to do. So what's going on with that?
Yes, this is Kai, and he is one of the first companions you meet in the game. He's an Amawa. That's one of the unique species of the world of Aora. And Kai as a character brings a balance of this really battle-hardened perspective. He's seen a lot. He's served as a soldier and a mercenary, but he also has a really unique sense of humor. So he brings a spirit of levity and camaraderie to the party as well.
And as he's talking to us, he's also kind of conveying, well, he's straight up saying that he's afraid of you and your abilities. But it's not like the heroes are the only powerful beings in this universe. So I'm curious what that means for who we are as the player character. Are we a watcher again, like in Pillars 1 and 2? Or maybe we have some connections to the spirit realm and beyond that gives us these terrifying abilities?
I mean, if you're going to sit here and talk about the game, freaking give the game a freaking... I don't know if they gave this game a release date or not.
To the Living Lands
I don't
and to some
remember.
of the more mysterious forces at work there. The player is also being sent as an envoy of the Adirian Empire, and so they come with both a very mysterious aura, but also a certain sense of political urgency.
Kai also mentions a plague. That's another bit of detail that we get within the trailer. We see a very concerning growth on a lot of the creatures in the world. What can you tell us about this plague?
I can't say too much just yet, except that it is a unique soul plague that is devouring the Living Lands, and part of the player's mission in being sent here is to investigate and try to stop it.
We also
that's
saw a lot
enough.
of combat in the trailer.
You said enough right there.
We see spells, we see swords.
I can't say too much, but blah, 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 blah.
It's really reminiscent of the Pillars
That
universe,
high-level
too. But
answer
those
was
were
just
isometric
enough.
top-down view games, and Avowed is a first-person game. So how did the team approach that same kind of
New
fantasy
updates on
combat
Hi-Fi
in the
Rush.
first person for Avowed?
So we wanted to take that same depth and breadth of play styles and combat abilities.
Now, I gotta admit, Hi-Fi Rush was a
where you
was a
can
good
play
game.
Someone who's very magically attuned,
I played the
more
game.
traditional fighter, a ranger, and really invest in whatever
But
play style is
I'm
most
not looking
appealing
for
to you
anything new
personally.
on Hi-Fi
We wanted
Rush.
to take that depth and breadth and translate it into a first-person experience where you can feel the visceral nature of the attacks, feel the dynamism and the momentum of those attacks as you're executing them, and that means including a range of options like, as you noted, dual-wielding pistols, which is one of my favorites because you don't see that often in fantasy RPGs, but also traditional sword and board, a whole host of magical abilities, a lot of things that'll be both a little bit familiar but hopefully new to players as well.
And I've got one more question for you because I know the
Gameplay?
audience is going to want to know this one.
Gameplay?
But just how big is this game?
I don't
So it's
care
going
how
to be
big it
roughly
is.
comparable to something like
We're gonna
Knights of
get
the Old
that.
Republic 2 or The Outer Worlds. It is set up as a series of interconnected open zones that players can explore at their own pace. You can invest in discovering every nook and cranny in the world, discovering every secret, finding every side quest, meeting every character, or you can have a much more focused experience. And it's really up to players and how much time they want to spend in the Living Lands, but I'm hopeful that they're going to spend a lot of time with us once Avowed releases.
Well, count me in as one of those players because I definitely want to read and hear every line of dialogue, everything everyone has to tell me, and discover every inch of the
Nah,
Living
she
Lands.
lying.
Well, thank you again so much for being here, Carrie. This has been so
It's all
insightful and
scripted.
fun.
Thank you, Tina. This has been a pleasure.
Too much. To
That was
me,
just
this
a
is
taste
exactly
of what
what
you
an
can expect
extended
from
look.
Obsidian Entertainment when
It's just
Avowed
a
lands
deeper
next
dive
year
on what
Xbox, PC,
they
and
showed.
Game Pass.
You know what? Maybe I had my expectations set too high then. Maybe I need to... Maybe I read too much into it. So that's on me.
퍼스트 디센던트는 언리얼 엔진 5를 사용한 차세대 3인칭 루트 슈터 게임으로 엑스박스 시리즈 X와 S, 엑스박스 1을 포함해 콘솔과 PC 크로스 플레이가 가능하고 프리투 플레이로 즐기실 수 있도록 개발 중입니다. 퍼스트 디센던트에서 플레이어는 계승자가 되어 인류의 생존을 위해 침략자들의 맞서 싸우게 됩니다. 계승자는 플레이어의 캐릭터로서 다양하고 개성적인 컨셉과 전투 스타일을 가지고 있습니다. 플레이어는 계승자를 통해 잉그리스 대륙을 탐험하며 스토리를 체험하고 다양한 임무를 혼자서 혹은 협동 플레이로 수행하게 됩니다. 또한 최대 4인 협동 플레이로 거대 보스와의 레이드를 경험할 수 있습니다. 거대 보스별 다양한 기믹과 구입
What do you guys think of this? This looks good.
수 있습니다. 현재 개발팀은 작년 베타
The first
테스트에서
descent?
플레이어분들에게 받은 피드백을 개선하는 작업과 신규 컨텐츠의 개발을 병행하고 있습니다. 지금 보시는 화면은 최초로 공개하는 엑스박스 시리즈 X의 실제 게임 플레이 영상입니다. 언리얼 엔진 5를 활용한
Has that,
퀄리티의 그래픽이 안정적으로 돌아가도록 열심히
Returnal,
신규
Gears.
계승자 역시 개발 중에 있는데요. 이 계승자는 불을 이용한 독특한 컨셉의 플레이를 경험할 수 있도록
Vibe to it.
디자인되었습니다. 또한 자기장을 이용한 방어 능력과 비행 스킬을 지닌 새로운 캐릭터도 개발하고 있습니다. 플레이어분들이 더 많은 탐험을 하고 몰입감 넘치는
Captured on the Series X.
다양한 환경의 신규 웹을 개발하고 있으며
Oh, we're getting
새로운
somewhere.
타입의 보스 레이드 역시 지속적으로 개발하고 있습니다. 그리고 많은 분들이 요청하셨던 코스메틱 시스템도 도입 중에 있는데요.
Now, this game has to be running at 60 frames.
정말 예정이며 꾸미기 아이템을 통해 개성을 마음껏 뽐낼 수 있도록 지원할 예정입니다. 가장 많은 피드백을 받았던 그래플링 훅은 시스템을 완전히 변경하였습니다. 변경된 그래플링 훅은 도작에 따른 회전과 이동 시 가속 감속을
Yeah, it definitely has that
도작의
Returnal
재미를 훨씬 더
vibe to it.
증대하였습니다.
So
이 밖에도 피드백을 반영하여
I'll play
점프
this.
모션, 총기 사운드, UI와 UX를 지속적으로 개선해 나가고 있으며 계승자 스킬을 개조할 수 있는 시스템도 개발 중에 있습니다. 게임 사운드 또한 글로벌 유명 게임 작곡가인 스티븐 바튼과 협업하여 보다 풍성한 청각적 경험을 제공하기 위해 준비 중에 있습니다. 마지막으로 여러분께서 가장 기다리실 소식을 전해드리겠습니다.
Release date?
저희는 연내 출시를 목표로 하고 있으며 그에 앞서 8월 엑스박스 시리즈 X와 S를 포함한 콘솔과 PC에서 크로스플레이 베타 테스트를 진행할 예정입니다. 베타 테스트는 8월 22일부터 8월 28일까지 일주일간 진행되며 오늘부터 공식 홈페이지를 통해 신청하실 수 있으니 플레이어분들의 많은 참여를 부탁드리겠습니다. Be the first descendant.
There you go. Get to play the beta in August. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. That's what I was looking for, Leo. Got some gameplay. It's running on the Series X. And we kind of got a window, when the game's coming out. So that's what I'm talking about.
Something that had
all this other stuff they doing, I can care less about, man.
Really explore for
because it's just gonna bore me. Like, dude, I don't want to hear you talk about the game if we already talked about it several times. When would I get there? What's this? Towerborn? Talking with Towerborn?
It's a fast-paced action RPG. It's a co-op game. You can play it online.
So you cannot sit here and tell me this game is being praised the way it was praised. That the diehards are going to actually play this game.
Into fun, fast combat.
Now I want you to be honest with yourself. Diehards, if any diehard Xbox fan is here, are you really going to play this game? if you're one of those one who actually praised this game, because if you're gonna give it if you're gonna give that show a 10 out of 10, that means everything that was in that showcase was on point. Period. To me, based on how I'm perceiving it, you're 10 out of 10. So will you play this game? So if you're not going to play this game, then there's no way you can justify the Xbox showcase being a 10 out of 10.
Humanity's last chance at survival.
Humanity is clinging to hope
and cling.
I know I'm not going to play this game.
It is your mission to try to hold the forces of darkness at bay, to give humanity a chance at survival.
I'm not knocking the developers,
The most
you know,
important thing about the
who
gameplay is just
put their
it's
heart
just
and soul
fun.
in this
And
game,
it
but
kind of just
it's just not
amplified
my
its
cup
fun
of
the moment
tea.
you added
And
another
I
player.
refuse to
All of the
believe that
players can build
the
their
numbers are going to be
character
high
builds
when this game comes out.
It just turns into this back
That
and
there's going to
forth
be a lot
exploration.
of people
Like, let's
playing this
try
game.
to do this one combo, and then
A
let's
lot
see
of
who
gamers
can
playing this game. It's
follow.
not gonna.
From a
I
couch co-op
refuse to believe
perspective,
that.
That's just really fun because there's not too many couch co-op games anymore.
I'm hoping in 5 years from now, it's in a place that I never even would have thought of.
It's a seasonal game, which is different for us.
Players can expect a new storyline with new quests. New
All right,
biomes.
D-Nice
We'll
with
be
the,
rolling out new gear, new monsters, new bosses.
Expanding on the content in a continuous, organic
With the
way,
news?
so it just becomes a living world.
Oh, Ed Boon confirms the door hasn't been closed on Injustice 3.
When we started Stoic,
Okay.
we decided let's just make games that we feel strongly about and we want to play. We had to find the right relationship with a publisher, and I think we found that with Xbox. They've enabled us to make the game that we want to make here. I earnestly cannot wait for the community to see the game that we're rolling out here. Towerborn is, I really believe, something unique.
There's that roar again.
You gotta protect the pit stop, please.
What the hell is that thing?
What the hell is this? Excuse my language. Oh, Fallout 70. Oh. Is anyone even playing this game still?
Hello, I'm John Rush, art director for Fallout 76. I hope you enjoyed the world premiere of the trailer for our Once in a Blue Moon update coming June 20th. Free to play for anyone.
Anyone still playing Fallout 76? I couldn't get into it. I played a little bit of it.
Blue Moon has risen over the hills of Appalachia, bringing with it a ton of great new content for players.
And Fallout is one of those games that's good, but Fallout 76 was to me was
and
not.
Ogwa to threaten the progress of the Blue Ridge Caravan Company. We've also got 2 new public events,
What?
both
the
of
world?
which give you a chance to earn caravan and cryptid themed rewards. Defend the Middle Mountain pit stop from waves of monstrous creatures and safe and sound. And thwart a horde of crazed cultists in Beasts of Burden.
Loco
With Season
says, I
13,
own it,
we've
never
also
played
got
it.
a
I
new
like Fallout 4,
scoreboard called
yes.
Shoot for the Stars,
Fallout 4 was good.
which celebrates the stars of the Silver
I still
Screen
haven't beaten it.
and gives you a chance to earn cinema-themed rewards.
I may jump back into it and finish it.
And we're not done yet. Next year, we're taking players to Atlantic City, where they'll gamble on the fates of new factions for the opportunity to win big. Do your part in helping the Blue Ridge Caravan Company and earn rewards along the way. Once in a Blue Moon is coming June 20th. Appalachia is coming at you. We'll see you there.
You will not see me there. Come on, Bethesda, man.
What's this?
Okay, turbo mode. This game was pretty good, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. This game was pretty good.
What happened now?
But that's all I got to say about it. That seems like a bunch of DLC stuff. Hi-Fi Rush Arcade Challenge update coming July 5th. Okay, not too far off.
We've just seen a new trailer for updates coming to Hi-Fi Rush called Arcade Challenge Update. No joke, there's literally exclamation points in there. That's not just me. So here to explain that and more about the update is game director John Johannes. Welcome to Showcase Extended, John.
Really glad to be here.
Exclamation points?
They have to be in there.
Yeah. It feels
It's style. It's style. Yeah.
It's a style thing. Well, Hi-Fi Rush is such a stylish game in general. I think that's one of the things that people really excitedly pointed out when we shadow dropped the game in the developer direct earlier this year. But making a brand new IP is always a bit of a risk. Your studio's known for kind of scarier games like Evil Within and Ghostwire Tokyo.
Can't deny that. But yeah, this type of game is something I just always wanted to make personally. And I just thought music and action work so well together. And after I had finished working on The Evil Within 2, it just felt like the right time to try something new. And our studio's always been about just making fun games. It doesn't have to be about a certain genre. We're not about making one specific thing.
And fortunately, there's plenty more of that content to come because we just saw an absolutely jam-packed trailer. So I'd love for your help in breaking down all the details, all the stuff going into this update.
Sure, there's a lot, so bear with me. Everything in this mode is unlockable once you've finished the game, and you'll unlock an arcade cabinet in your hideout. And by accessing it, you get 2 new modes. One is called BPM Rush mode, which takes the gameplay up to like higher speeds than we've ever done in the main game. And the other is called Power Up, Tower Up, which is a new sort of randomized spin on the Rhythm Tower mode that we had in the original game. And included in this mode are 5 new original songs to play to, as well as 2 brand new enemies. And then there's special attacks and this whole meta system for unlocking upgrades and rewards. And that's all I can think of right now.
I love that there's so much to unpack there, but let's rewind. Let's talk about just BPM Rush for now.
Sure.
It was described in the trailer as effectively Hi-Fi Rush's equivalent of a turbo mode. Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, early on, the team was like, how fast can we go? And in the game, we kind of settled at, about a max 160 BPM. But this mode really takes it up to 200 BPM. But we sort of ease you in there. It's a gradual upgrade until
I bet this game is running like 120 frames per second.
And naturally
they
react
maxed
to
it
the
out
rhythm in the combat of the game.
I personally love that there's a lot of accessibility settings in the game too. It makes it so that you can adjust the game to your own comfort level. But this is a post-game challenge. It's meant for when you've gotten into the rhythm of the game. So I'm curious if you have any pointers on as far as how to tackle that challenge.
As an action game, I think a lot of people want that sort of next level challenge, another way to use their abilities in a new type of environment. This mode does that by putting you at the high speed. But we also have multiple difficulties. We have an easy mode for people who want to experience what that's like, but maybe are not in tune with that sort of high difficulty that's accompanied with this stuff. But then we have a casual normal mode as well. And then we have, after beating those modes, we can unlock an EX mode, which takes up to a hard level where damage is multiplied and keeps you at that high BPM throughout the entire time.
But there already was a post-game challenge when Hi-Fi Rush launched. It was the Rhythm Tower mode. You mentioned that briefly earlier. That's the one where you face just increasingly difficult combat. So how has that evolved with the Power Up, Tower Up mode?
So the Rhythm Tower mode was kind of like a very curated experience. And while it was very challenging, you can prepare, go in and sort of customize your character, know what you're getting into. And in this mode, we flip it.
You know what? I have to be honest. This was a well done,
downgraded.
Put together game.
All your abilities, and you have to earn them back by fighting waves of randomized
And if this is, one of those games that you guys like to play, I would recommend you pick it up and play it. If you have Game Pass,
with either bonus or negative
pick it up.
modifiers as well.
Download it,
you can
play
take
it.
more risks or less risks depending on which upgrades
Or how
you
it,
pick. And
you know,
again,
it
those
works.
upgrades are randomized each level, so really kind of have to have an understanding of the systems and not quite master them, but have a good grasp if you want to go in and come out on top.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, it was a really packed trailer. There was a lot of information in there. It's a chonky update. So what else have you got for us? Because I feel like there's more on the table there.
Yeah, so by playing in the 2 modes, you unlock these rewards through these challenges that are connected to these 2 modes. And in those rewards are things like accessories for Chai and new costumes for Chai 808, and even as well as fan favorite Corsica. We have new modes for the photo mode as well. Things like new filters. We have new poses for the characters. We have stickers that you can place on the photos now. And then there are some extra hidden secrets that we don't want to give away right now, which, as you know from our game, we like to hide in there and we like people to find, which is always fun. And then, in conjunction with this release, we're also releasing a separate costume pack, which is a kind of take on what the characters would look like if maybe this game took place in a different time period.
Ooh, a little tease. I like that.
And there's some really fun-looking stuff in there, so.
Well, thank you again so much for coming out all the way from Japan to Showcase Extended, John.
I'm super glad to be here.
That's all we have to share about the new update for Tango Gameworks' Hi-Fi Rush coming soon. Now it's time for us to return to the second era of Tamriel and the Elder Scrolls Online. ZeniMax Online Studios debuted the trailer for
any
their
of you
upcoming
guys play
expansion
Elder
Showcase,
Scrolls?
and today they're here to break that trailer down for us. Let's hear what the team has to say about the Necrom expansion for Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, that's a no here as well.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the Xbox Showcase. I'm Rich Lambert, the creative director on Elder Scrolls Online.
And I'm CJ Greb, I'm the project art director for Elder Scrolls Online.
One of the really interesting things about Elder Scrolls Online is it's different than really any other game out there. It's not your typical level-gated world.
Skyrim?
You can go anywhere, you can explore in any order you want to.
You really can hop in at any moment, play with anybody, can play any part of the game.
And any story.
And of course, we're on
Leo
Xbox Game Pass,
Merzes,
the biggest open
welcome to
world
the stream,
RPG
man.
on Xbox. And if you're at all a fan of Elder Scrolls,
Hope you
can
know.
go
Hope you guys are
places
having
that
a great
you
day.
maybe have never gone
so
before
far.
in Elder Scrolls.
And do
Let me know if you're enjoying this extended game showcase.
Housing.
We've got
So
lore
far,
hunting,
I'm not
antiquity,
really
there's the
impressed. I
dungeons and
think
trials.
The
And
Descent
of course,
was
always revisit
the one
lands
game that
you've
I
been to
saw
before.
earlier
We've got Skyrim,
that I'm interested
Yeah,
in.
and they're different times. You know,
Yeah,
we're
different
almost
time,
1,000
yeah.
years in the past.
Come in by yourself, come in with friends, but don't worry that you're ever not going to have something to do because there are adventures.
But I'm still waiting on
everywhere you
Hellblade.
go.
Jose. Jose said 1 out of 10
We
so
had an
far.
awesome trailer during the showcase. Necrom.
Ouch.
Hermaeus Mora. Yeah. What's it all about, Rich?
Hermaeus Mora is this.
I mean, the
dangerous
judgment is out on that for me right now.
He's not good,
I'm gonna
he's
wait.
not evil.
It's great hoping
he
for
is
Fable.
just focused on
If they show,
and
all I want
collecting
is
everything he
gameplay for
possibly can
Fable.
to study.
The game has
And
been in development
what you
for
kinda
some
see in
time.
the trailer is Mora kind of
I don't care if the
always on guard,
gameplay
always
is shown
looking over
on
and
PC.
watching what's
I
kinda going
don't
on.
care. Just
And you get
give
to
us
see
something to look
some
forward to when it
nostalgia in
comes
there
to
as well
Fable.
from the
The
Dragon
trailer
Ball
was
Skyrim,
good.
the yellow-green
I
sky.
enjoyed
There's
that.
vast inky sea,
But there was
the
no
stacks of
gameplay in
books.
that
I'll
trailer
never forget
that
the
they
first
showed.
time
Not that I
you
saw.
showed us
I
the
saw maybe that
initial
could have been
concepts
cutscene
for everything made out
from
of
the
books.
gameplay.
I remember looking at that going,
But there was nothing in there that showed me that someone was controlling the characters in the game, moving about, etc., etc. So that's just my take on that. So I am
They know
hoping,
these lands. We want them to
like
feel
you
like
guys
they're
are,
home,
or some of you guys
right?
are,
But
or all you
they
guys
have
are,
the chance
they
to
show us
add a little
some
into the mix.
gameplay. I don't want
art
to.
team
Don't
was
sit
able
and
to
talk
really
to me
play
about
with kinda
Fable.
cool, unique
Okay,
monsters.
I
Yeah,
don't
we were
want to
given
hear.
some great places to go.
And
for
Hellblade.
monsters in the zone.
Give us some
We were
gameplay.
looking
It's
at
not
making
that
a
hard.
creature
Just
that
give
would
us some
kind of
gameplay on
freeze you in
Hellblade.
terror as soon as you saw it, and a creature that has a deeper connection to the overall story of the zone.
Some real
We've
gameplay.
also got the Tavani Peninsula, kind of the Morrowind vibe.
It's always fun to go back to this part of Tamriel because it's one of the most imaginative.
Am I wrong for
and
saying
sort
that,
of, like,
guys?
visually expressive things
Let
that
me
has
know
ever been created for an Elder Scrolls world, and then of course
If I need to dial it back
Necrom City
and
itself.
be grateful.
This ancient city that is rumored to have been built, even before the Tribunal was even established.
Right.
Being able to play with that and look at that architecture and this ancient city of the dead.
And you guys gave us a new class to do.
The Arcanist draws their powers from Hermaeus Mora. We really challenged ourselves and the team to make something that didn't feel like anything else that we have built.
But I have to admit though, these guys got to be
Everything we've been
rich,
talking
man.
about sounds amazing.
I mean,
but
Elder Scrolls has been
when
around
do we actually
for-
get to play it?
Necrom launches on Xbox June 20th, and we can't wait for everybody to get in there and see this amazing content that we've created.
Thanks everyone for watching us during the showcase and watching us today. Lots of exciting stuff coming for ESO in the future. We'll see you in Tamrion.
Okay, you guys didn't show anything. You didn't say nothing. Really, you just, I don't know, I guess just wanted to talk. Kinetic Games to join the final game. Footage recorded on PC. Okay. It's finally coming to consoles. What is this? No, I buy games after I see the gameplay was burned too much by pre-orders without gameplay called Cyberpunk. Yes. You know, I took that stand a long time ago, man. You know, because sometimes I would go in and I would pre-order, then come to find out later the game was not even worth to buy. So I'm all about that gameplay. Show me some gameplay, get me excited, give me a reason to purchase the game, and then we'll go from there. And it's just about me making better decisions when I purchase my games. I can't speak for anyone else. Oh, no, not this again. No, I don't want to see this again.
3月に開催しました第1回オープンベータテストに多くのエグゾファイターの皆様にご参加いただきました。アンケートや
I mean, I know they have to show, you know, some third-party love, but we saw this in the Capcom showcase yesterday. If you guys watched it.
さて、カプコンショーケースはご覧いただけましたでしょうか
Yes, I watched the showcase yesterday,
第2回オープンベータテストの開催が決定しました。詳しい日程や情報は公式サイトをご覧ください。それではここからは番組をご覧の皆様に新情報を紹介します。まずはサベージガントレットという新たな
while he's talking, just to let you guys know, we are going to be live streaming a little later today. I was going to live stream the Final Fantasy 16 demo, but I know some of you guys may not have played it yet, so I don't want to spoil it. I thought the demo was fire. If you have a PS5 and you like Final Fantasy, it is a must download and play the game. It's amazing. And this is not no fanboy talk. And again, like I said, I am a fanboy. I am a fanboy of games. I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over again. I am a fanboy of games. Doesn't matter the platform. PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, handheld. I don't care. iPad, Google Watch. I don't care what it is. If it's a good game and it has my attention, I'm going to play the game. Period. But I do recommend you pick up that game. But we are going to live stream. We're going to do some reaction videos. You know, because, you know, it's the name of the channel. You know, gaming and reaction. So we're going to do that. So if you guys like to join me, I'll definitely make sure I send a notification out on Twitter. Just to let you guys know when, you know, I'm live or not. Well, I'm live. He says after watching Ubisoft showcase, then watching Capcom, it was like Capcom just threw that showcase. Dude, you know what? I agree with you, man. It was like, yo, I'm pretty sure others was thinking the same. Like, did you guys just put this together within the last 15 minutes or something? Like, let's just give them something, and you know, and just be done with it. That was not it, and that's unlike Capcom to really do it like that, you know. So, I didn't even rate the showcase. My man said, facts, big L for Capcom. I didn't even rate the showcase, man, because I was just appalled by it. I'm like, this is not Capcom, man. You guys, I mean, come on. But that Ubisoft showcase was pretty good. I did have to revisit, you know, start from the beginning and watch, you know, just to see if I missed anything. But I think Ubisoft was on point with theirs. I was hoping for like an update on Splinter Cell. We didn't get that, and that's okay. I mean, I think we got enough from Ubisoft at that point. Well, to me, I can only speak for myself. But this here, I don't know if this is you guys' cup of tea, but I'm starting to, you know, back away from this. I mean, when it was first announced, I was like, okay, you know, I guess I can get into this. But now, looking at it more, and I was watching IGN or whoever that was playing it yesterday before the showcase, the Capcom showcase, it was just not. I don't know. And if it's coming to Game Pass, there you go. Exo Primal, available July 14th. Game Pass. There you go, Game Pass. Save yourself some money.
The dedication from the team at Capcom.
All right, Sarah, come on, man. Stop playing.
In partnership with the community. Gaming has the power to immerse us in
Sarah, I don't want to hear you talk no more.
Never otherwise
Give me some food.
We can fight dinosaurs,
transport
man. To a dystopian future, explore the universe, and conjure magic. And we get to do this together, no matter where we are on the planet, the language we speak, what we look like, or our physical abilities. That is why it is both an
Sarah, if we're gonna do this together, give me some gameplay, and then I will be happy.
That is why we created the ID at Xbox Developer Acceleration Program.
Yes, I heard about that already.
Creators and stories
I think that's a good thing.
Shine. We call it DAP. DAP already includes more than 100
it seems like a mobile game you play to pass the time of play. You guys are hilarious, man. I love it.
Many more in the works.
Yes.
Let's take a look at these amazing games.
It does look like a mobile game. You're right.
Xbox's Developer
I can see it.
Acceleration Program.
When he said, now for what you all been waiting for, to give us Xbox showcase. Come on, man, you can't be serious. Both of those showcases to me were a 6 out of 10. Like, is this this is is this Paris?
Let's go find him. Jorg! Hey,
Is that Paris?
It's great to see you.
Or is it Paris?
Thanks for coming to Budapest. Of course. What am I doing here? I'll tell you on the way.
Yeah, it is Paris.
Yep. We don't have a plane? Nope. Come on, Paris.
The Ubisoft showcase, yes. Thank you. Give us some gameplay. That's all I wanted. I look forward to Assassin's Creed Mirage. I look forward to Avatar. I look forward to the Star Wars Outlaws.
What kind of aircraft are you storing in here? Dude, it's much cooler than that.
Good showcase.
All right, Paris, are you ready for this? You know I'm ready for this. All right, let's go.
Ooh, okay, these are props. Is this Halo?
Welcome to the world of Dune.
I mean,
This is incredible.
what? Dune?
Come on, I want you to
What
meet
is
someone.
this?
Hey, how's it going?
How are you, man?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Paris, I would like to introduce Patrice Vermette, Academy Award-winning production designer.
Oh, Dune.
of
Dune. Okay.
It is very nice to meet you. I'm a huge fan of Dune. Now, Patrice, can you tell me what is this place?
Well, this is the warehouse where we actually keep most
Man,
of the
come on,
props
guys.
and
This
the
is
set
garbage.
elements that we used on Dune Part 1
And
Part 2.
I don't want to be biased.
York.
I say this is garbage based on the way they're talking, man. It's so cringy when they do this. Oh, I am so excited for Doom. I've been a fan like for years for Doom. Come on, man. Just hey, dude, look. Can you just show me what you got going on here? It looks great in here. Blah, blah, blah. All the smiles and all that other extra stuff. That's just too extra for me. I'm like, come on, man. Stop playing. Just have the conversation and show me around. Oh, yes, that's right. Flight Simulator. This was
That would be awesome.
the addition to Flight Simulator.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Look at this. It's a one-on-one real-sized ornithopter. It's amazing.
Sure, thank you. Denis likes things to be plausible, so that's why they were built to look military, rugged, and stealth.
Now, here's the most important question. Were they built to fly?
Funny you mentioned
Really?
that I've been asked that question a
That's a
couple
good
of
question.
occasions.
Can you fly him?
No, they don't fly.
Oh.
They are heavy tons.
So you're
I was hoping he'd
you
say
had to get this
yes.
working in the game. How did you do this in Flight Sim?
Yeah, it was actually interesting. So in general, ornithopters can fly and do fly. This particular one, given that it weighs 11
But those are nice
pounds,
props,
that's going
though.
to be a little bit harder, specifically because it's not really doing
Come on, don't lie. You know Xbox and PlayStation was a big L. It's all right.
And we currently don't have the material science
If their
to get the thrust and the
feelings
lift. But on a rocket,
get hurt. Look, you know, again, to each their own, man.
Patrice, we're here. Can we go in?
To each their own.
All right, let's do it.
To each their own. Again, I gave them both a 6 out of 10.
Landing gear, but this
And some people just gave it an L. Some people didn't like neither one.
Yeah, so what's
Some
cool about
people
this
thought,
is that those buttons are actually
you know, the PlayStation Showcase was a 10 out of 10. Some people thought Xbox Showcase was a 10 out of 10. You're going to have differences of opinions across the board. You have your diehard Sony ponies, that's what they call them. And then you have your diehard Xbox, is what they call them. But, you know, it's your preference, man. If you thought it was the best thing since Pound Cake, by all means, I respect your position. However, you have to come to respect everyone else's opinions. If they're not biased, if they have some merit around their opinion on the showcase, I can't just come out and say a showcase is garbage and then not explain the basis on why I say this showcase is garbage, right? That's very vague, and I'm like, this, I don't have time for that. Oh, PlayStation putting out some stuff here. If I'm making some sense, guys, you know. But that's just my thought.
This expansion is that you are a Atreides pilot on Arrakis flying an ornithopter.
Because there were some games that was in the PlayStation Showcase that I was excited for. There was also some games in the Xbox Showcase that I'm excited for as well. But the overall presentation of both showcases, I thought were like, this is not the experience that we're used to, right? They're supposed to be showcases where you show off your first party games, give us some gameplay. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have all your eggs in one basket, and give us everything, like, you know, release date, gameplay, but give us something where we can be excited for moving forward. So what happened to those days? I was even contemplating, like, should we bring back E3, because E3 was that stage, right? E3 was that stage where you got a lot, you know, not just from the big players, but also your third party publishers. This time around, this year, is like, what are we getting here? Could think about it. Do you really think Capcom would have showed up at E3 with that showcase? No. Not at all. Do you think Xbox or PlayStation would have showed up at E3 with those showcases? No. Not at all. So like I said, Sony was sniffing that Sony dust. Well, Jim Ryan was sniffing that Sony dust. And Phil Spencer was sniffing that Xbox dust. They were both sitting at the same table. They exchanged scripts of their showcases. And they both looked similar in so many ways. Jim Ryan had that funny little freaking laugh going on. Phil Spencer has that funny looking smile going on. They both laughing. They both high on kite on their dust. And they like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Done. That's what I thought. That's my that's just my take around what happened here. It's crazy. At E3, everyone was trying to one up each other, so they're throwing their best at you. Yes. And I always wanted to go to a E3, so that's why I was hoping that E3 was going to take place. I was going to you know, reach out and see how I can be a part of an E3. Finally. But then when when Sony pulled out, and then Xbox pulled out, Nintendo pulled out, I'm like, dang, well, there goes my hopes and dreams of a possibility, right?
And your weapons.
I still have to complete the demo for this game.
Untangle the unfathomable secrets of the city's elites and choose whether to confront predicaments with the truth or weave lies to overcome them on the journey to find yourself. You are able to create your own weapon through the combination of these blades and handles. Of the hundreds of possible combinations with different respects.
So this game has Bloodborne written all over it.
And patterns. Each
coded.
And every blade and handle has its distinctive Fable Arts. Fable Arts is a special combat skill that can be casted by consuming Fable slots. Fable slots can be charged again through combat.
We had on a
Select
donkey
your own
head?
special skills to vanquish your enemies. The Legion arm is a prosthetic on P's left arm. The Legion arm can exhibit special abilities by consuming the Legion gauge, providing you an eclectic combat experience. So, puppets are all there are? I highly doubt that. You'll have to face all sorts of monsters, puppets only being one of them.
Let's
You're not
go.
quite done yet. Bone-chilling bosses await you. If a boss seems too intimidating, you might want to get help from a Spectre. In boss matches, you can summon a
There it
Spectre
is.
that will assist you in battle.
Bloodborne,
With a bit of help,
Elden
you'll be able to
Ring.
defeat bosses with more ease.
Yep.
The P organ is a system that allows you to upgrade your character. Use quartz to optimize P to your liking.
I just hope the difficulty
Within
is
the P
not,
organ,
you
can
know,
select
too
which slots to
extreme
unlock depending
to
on
allow
your
some of
preference.
us, you know, gamers who are, you know, not prone
There
to
will be
playing these
times
types of
when you will be
soul type
confronted with
games.
choices where
You know,
can give
at that
comfort to
difficulty
others
level,
and
give us
sorrow,
some,
despair,
you know, a
but
little bit of
mine,
breathing
where you
room
can choose to tell the
where
truth.
we can enjoy the gameplay and not get killed. You know, not fighting the boss like 100 times
Carve
before you
your own
actually
path.
kill it. And you spend like what, maybe 3 or 4 hours trying to fight this
Leave
one boss,
ISP on
and
Xbox
to make it
One, Xbox
even
Series,
worse,
and Game Pass. Coming to
a
you
mini
this
boss.
September
At that,
19th.
it sucks, man. September 19th. Okay, so I think that's when Starfield comes out, right?
At the heart of Hellblade is our ambition
Oh!
to sink you into Senua's
Yes!
world and story.
Yes!
To do this, it's
Give me
crucial
some
that we
gameplay.
make
I don't
it
want to
as
hear you
easy
talk
as
about
possible
Hellblade no more.
for you to suspend
Give us some
your
gameplay.
disbelief. One
Here it
key
is, guys.
method
Are they gonna give us
is our
gameplay?
use of performance capture.
Give me some gameplay. Oh my goodness, yes. Capturing performance. What does that mean?
What I want to
Okay.
achieve on stage is to get the best performance and best storytelling from the actors, and then to get that into the game as faithfully as possible. I want to see what I saw on stage.
Guys, I'm gonna be
in the game.
upset if we don't get any gameplay.
When we were
That
doing
was
the
not
Xbox
gameplay.
Showcase, it
That
was quite
I'm
a,
sorry. Scene shown at Xbox Showcase. You guys see this, right? scene shown at Xbox Showcase. That was not gameplay
just
at all.
Furies, and we have an opportunity to connect with the player one-on-one.
Where are they? Where are you? What do they want?
And her walking was gameplay. You had me fooled.
At this point in Senua's journey, she's had her confidence eroded. There's a lot of doubt, and she needs to find within herself a spark of hope, that strength.
Come on, just give us a taste.
In order to continue
just
on.
a little bit. I don't care. Just show her running. Just show somebody with a controller having her run.
The scale and complexity of our performance capture
Give us something.
multiplied to meet our creative ambitions on Hellblade 2.
Oh, we already had that. At E3, everyone. Okay,
studio.
got you. The hype for the Sony showcase was insane. My buddy's still cursing them that they didn't touch Bloodborne.
Mocap space, which has
Yes, I think the hype around that.
We've got projectors, so we can recreate sets on the ground.
I think the hype was warranted to a certain extent.
Available to us at any time.
Me, I don't really get too up there. You know, I have my threshold.
Seeing the setup down there.
When it comes to these showcases. But if I see something exciting in the showcase, I'm definitely going to respond to it.
Great true-to-life performance with great quality data. So we've got a lot more cameras this time around.
Just be prepared to be disappointed. That's part of my
downstairs we have
my rep,
which is really impressive, and it's not something that is common. It's certainly a step up.
I don't think they made anything. It might be late 2024 release. Are you talking about Hellblade?
On our ambition of bringing through as much of our actors' performances as possible into the game, even down to the most nuanced of movements.
So when you've got a optical system like ours set up and calibrated,
man, they really keeping this game under wraps, man. I mean, as much as they're keeping this game behind the scenes and not giving us much, this game better be on point. It better be on point. I'm telling you. There's no justifying that this game is not on point when it's getting ready to release.
And that's why we go to these lengths.
Because I'm going to have a field day. And I don't care what any Xbox says. Period. This game better be on point. Based on what you showed us in the initial trailer and what you shown us at the showcase. It better be on point. I'm sorry.
I don't want to give any spoilers away, but there is going to be a boat in the game.
It's going to be a
boat
what?
Will have several characters on board. We wanted to be able to capture the motion.
She said there's going to be a boat in the game.
Multiple characters simultaneously.
Well,
and
I don't want to give away any spoilers, but there's going to be a boat in the game.
To construct a proper.
Okay, that's.
So we had
a spoiler if you look at it,
which could be moved
You're telling us
any
there's
number
going to be a
of
boat
ways
in the game.
to create that kind of pitch and yaw and roll that you would get on the ocean. And we got our actors up onto this boat and captured scene with high waves and a storm, and we got incredible data from really, really amazing. The most important part of my
they're actually showing it on screen. They're showing the boat on screen, so we know what type of boat it's probably going to be.
Bring their talents to bear on these characters has been such an amazing experience.
Come on, director lady. For the full version of the development, diary visit on YouTube. No, don't do this! Oh my god.
My name's Larry Herb, Xbox's Major Nelson. Welcome to FanFest. I'm excited to be here. So here we go. Let's roll that video.
Oh my. Guys, talk to me. Any Xbox fans here, talk to me. Talk to me. Don't come at me though. Don't come at me. Oh, why are you this? No. Come on, guys.
I've been talking to people, and everybody is so excited about what's to come.
We really put a lot of emphasis on empowering creative risk, and there's so much excitement for what we're going to be able to deliver going into 2024.
Guys.
And even games in 2024 that we haven't talked about yet. So,
Leo fell asleep. Wait, what? I just woke up to this.
Everybody, no matter where they want to
My man fell asleep.
I just feel a real responsibility.
I got nothing to say. You know,
that we get to be the ones to build those games.
all I'm saying is fact. It's in front of your face. You saw what I saw. I'm not gonna sit here and go overboard with it and be like, oh, this is, you know, garbage, this is trash. All I'm gonna say is that, you know, what I was expecting, and like I stated earlier, expect to be disappointed.
We'll need more resources and it'll be faster if we work together to collect them and to view.
But to have an extended showcase, you are expecting them to expand, not just to show up and talk about it, but give us something more with the game, you know, on screen, right? Like what they're doing right now with these robots, whatever this game is, with these robots walking around, give us that, you know, extra as well. I mean, what they just shown in this extended showcase, I got in the showcase.
What we need for crafting and building. Once we've finished,
you know,
let's head back and help with the buildings. Resupply to the rescue. How's it going up there?
I think I've got a good idea of what I want things to.
I'm hoping I'm making some sense. I mean, I would have loved to see Minecraft.
Good choices.
Show me Minecraft. I mean,
I think that looks good.
He's like Minecraft robots. I never seen a Hellblade game, so don't understand the hype. But they really need to show some type of gameplay.
After we bring this back, I'll take a look in some other regions.
The first Hellblade game.
I'm done up here. So
Oh, there's only one.
Oh, my inventory
And
is getting
this is the
full
sequel
from
to
harvest.
that one.
I think we should build some.
I enjoyed the first Hellblade. Now, the first Hellblade game was not one of those top games. Well, let me put it in this perspective.
Here we go. I'll help with the
Have you ever, you know, had a game that you felt that's so underrated?
Please, oh my gosh.
Like you played the game and like, man, why isn't this game getting a lot of attention, right? This game should be like up there. So to me, that's what I thought the first Hellblade was. I'm like, man, this game is pretty good, you know. It should, you know, garner more attention. And then that's what happened because there was a lot of feedback that was given about the first Hellblade game. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys played Little Nightmares. Little Nightmares. When I played Little Nightmares and I live streamed it, and I was like, why is this game not getting the attention that it needs? Little Nightmares was a good game. So I live streamed both games, and I think I beat both games on stream. And I was like, man, this game should be, someone needs to help push this, right? So that's how Hellblade ended up being. It garnered some attention, and there was a lot of feedback that was provided. And then now they're making Hellblade 2, which is what was actually presented to us, what was shown to us as far as that first initial trailer. That increased the hype of that game. I was like, yo, they're making help. Oh my goodness. So I'm looking forward to, I know I'm going on and on and on, so please forgive me. So I'm looking forward to see what where the story goes from here, from the initial Hellblade game. Some people didn't like the first Hellblade game. I enjoyed the first Hellblade game. So I'm excited for this game. I do have some hype for this game, and that's why I stated earlier that there should be no reason why, with all the hype around this game and the feedback that they received and what they presented to us, there should be no reason why this game should not show up in 2024 looking immaculate, running immaculate, great story, great gameplay, the bosses, everything should be on point. Period. That's just my thoughts around that.
Every year in our showcase, there's
Minecraft VR, but not on Xbox. Gotcha. This year's showcases were disappointing. Respect your position. These indie games seems like they'll be fun. Yes, I think some of these indie games are.
First time, we have 33 people online, incredibly excited about this.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Phil.
33 Immortals is a co-op action roguelike for 33 players. We play.
I hope, but you know, in all reality though, in all seriousness, I hope Phil is doing a whole lot better with the whole Redfall fiasco.
Ready, that's us.
It looks like, you know, he's smiling. Looks like he's not stressed out. Whatever the case may be, I'm pretty sure he had people on his side, like, hey, you know, get yourself together, ignore all that, etc., etc. But
32 felt good. But as the game is inspired by the Divine Comedy, the medieval poem.
Does he have on lipstick? Pause. What's wrong? Why does his face look like that? You guys see Phil's face?
Each section
Am I
has
seeing?
33 chapters. And so we say, oh, let's do 33.
Phil doesn't. He doesn't look. Phil looks.
She said, well,
Is it a clone?
There weren't even 33 people at the
Phil
studio.
look like he got on makeup or something.
Fill out the full roster of the game.
Y'all guys seeing what I'm seeing, right? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my computer screen.
I love it.
Okay, so no two runs are the same.
Like, what's going on, Phil?
In a different position,
The Xbox Series XLs had a boom since the showcase, so probably a sigh of relief.
And we can see that we are 33 right now, actually, in Inferno, but we are scattered around the world.
Oh, we're not all in the same place.
Okay.
Yeah, because we all
Could be
have
it.
to complete torture chambers.
Got it.
To make the game progress.
Okay.
And we are located at the
Completing your torture chambers increases your chance to release the wrath of
And so the
God.
closest torture chambers is to the east.
Okay.
So let's go there.
I wonder how many consoles did
Okay,
it
let's
sell.
continue down south towards the first.
Oh my goodness, man! The Series X, the most powerful console as of right now on the market.
Soundtrack. What's going on? The music's kind of cool.
Thank you. This is Max LL, who's actually done the music on all of our games.
And you're in Montreal.
We are in Montreal, yes.
Close to one of our XGS studios in Compulsion.
Yes.
Also in Showcase.
Yes.
I love the community of game creators in Montreal.
Absolutely. It's always important to be well surrounded and all that. So
We didn't talk about your first game, Spiritfarer.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah.
It was great.
Now, as you can see, this is not Spiritfarer.
No, but like, how do you think about that from a studio standpoint? Having such, I mean, I would say they're stylized.
And it's good that, you know, the indie titles are getting love too, man.
We're not worried about, you know, genre. Our goal is really to just try and make unique, immersive, creative experiences that players love and that they want to play for.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
This guy who's getting out of my comfort zone sometimes.
All right.
What do we do?
Man, dude, Phil Spencer look like a clone, man.
We have achieved a first step in.
I got left behind.
He looks like a Terminator clone.
Oh, they're back on us.
Whoa.
Oh man, I'm just messing, guys.
Careful.
Oh no. Dash. Run away.
Oh, I can't. I have like 0 health. New torture. No, I got to get out of here.
Where are you?
Well, why weren't they in the torture chamber trying to help us?
Okay.
Is Phil playing as well?
He's getting angry.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We're getting hammered right now. Okay.
Come on.
Okay, here's a guy. Can you revive me?
Yeah. Just stop moving. That's good. One up.
Yeah, I'm up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he is playing. Okay. All right.
Run. This is the holy fire.
What is this?
One
holy fire.
One nose.
Now we're in holy fire?
I think, and you know what? I think Phil's shooting his shot right now. Pause. He's letting PlayStation know, hey, this, you know, we got love for indie games.
Can people jump in my heels?
This is what we do.
I mean.
I tried to do the heal. Don't mind me.
I think Jim Ryan is more of a business type
Save me, please.
type guy. I don't think
Like
he's
a
a gamer.
Maybe someone.
Did I mention I'd never played before?
Oh no, I died too. Oh my.
Okay, hopefully the team can carry us.
But this is pretty cool, though. This, you know,
There's
you
a
sit
lot
down
of
with the
enemies in a
developers
small
and
space.
you know and play their games. This has got to be,
Okay.
you know,
Don't move.
really
Hopefully
exciting
someone
for them.
going
You
to be
know,
able to revive you. Okay, good.
Oh, I
you know,
mean,
you got the head of
okay,
Xbox
okay.
sitting down playing their video
I'm
game,
back.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is the last step.
I think it's
and
my
hopefully that
Alright.
entices you know other interests.
Okay.
You know, to pick this up and play
Yeah,
it.
we did it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we've ascended.
That was first chapter of first book. Is that how I should think about it?
Yeah.
It looked like he
It's the first
constipated.
world, so it's Inferno.
Yeah.
It should be fun with friends. Yeah. It looks
whole big set of challenges and everything.
And this is all on
looks
the
pretty
map.
cool.
And its final boss fight.
That's what this is. Well, since we
Look like Phil's holding it in, man. He's like, oh man, this is bad timing, man. I'm gonna, woo. Is my time over yet? Can I get off here? 33 Immortals.
You saved us from having to kill the final boss.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a tease.
I like it. I like it. Well, best of luck to you and the team and everything that's going on. Can't wait for this game to come out. I won't ask for the date because I know that's unfair. But it was great to have in the show and great for you to come down and we got the opportunity to play. So thank you for that.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for watching Showcase Extended. I love these opportunities to show more about everything
that's
that
it?
you saw in the showcase.
Phil, go to the bathroom, man.
Thanks to everybody that supported
Get out of there,
us,
man.
and,
I don't know
have
you.
a great- Thanks, everybody.
Yep, deuces, go, man. Hurry up. He said, please, anyone call Fistman, let him know what's wrong with his face. Woo, man. So what did you guys think, man? I mean, just be honest. Give your honest opinion. If you thought it was a 10 out of 10, I respect from here. Look at my man face.
You just caught the Xbox Extended Showcase right here in IGN Summer of Gaming. Welcome to a very special episode of Next Gen Console Watch.
Damon, there you go.
All the news and goings-ons with the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. I'm Damon Hatfield. I'm joined by Stella Chung, host of IGN's Xbox Podcast Unlocked, and Matt Kim, host of IGN's The Beautiful People podcast, which may or may not exist. I look forward to learning more about that. If not, then he's just the senior features editor. That's all. We just got a bunch of new Xbox gameplay, so let's hear your thoughts.
Gameplay? No, we didn't get no game. What gameplay? What gameplay?
The Lies of P is
All I saw was the Defiant gameplay.
Since Gamescom, which, by the way, when people discovered what that game was,
What new gameplay are you talking about?
play that demo, which I believe
He said a lot of new gameplay.
long, so I didn't get a chance to play, but now that it's out, I'm really happy, and it looks gorgeous. I'm a huge Bloodborne fan. I really want Bloodborne.
Oh, you talking about Lies of P?
And this
Okay,
is like
Lies of P. We already know about that.
Ease into that.
The Defiant, we got some gameplay on that. What else did we get as far as gameplay?
So obviously, I'm all over that, and it just looks gorgeous.
Well, we'll see. We'll see right here. We'll see what they put up on the screen here. Yes, Lies of P, of course. I mean, it's already out. The demo's out.
And kind of seeing your
I mean,
origins as Pinocchio,
yes, we got
right?
gameplay on
It's
that.
really interesting. So this was definitely one of the standouts for me.
So I haven't played Bloodborne, so tell me, like, how similar does this look and feel?
So it's pretty similar.
It's similar, yeah.
Thinking
It's
about
absolutely.
setting, it's definitely that Gothic
It's
architecture,
Bloodborne written all
which is
over
like
it.
a change from Dark Souls, which was very medieval. So seeing this and some of the being able to change out some of the weapons and the UI is a little bit similar.
He looks like Santa with Tim
and then
Allen,
boss,
the fake Santa.
games, you do see the
Oh man, that's funny.
you know, the big
I just wanted Fable gameplay, so now, so not happy with it.
It's so weird to see people, like humans that you're fighting, who aren't,
Man.
who don't look, diseased by this big, grand, like.
I'm gonna have to
Elden
agree
Ring,
with you. I'm not happy.
Mind controlling thing that's affecting them. So it's really interesting
Because
to
I
see
was
this
looking
sort of
forward
little
to this.
steampunk world here.
Hopefully, they give us a little bit
radar?
of something.
Honestly, it
Loco's
wasn't
crying.
before the show, but after seeing it a couple times,
Loco, man, it's gonna be all right, man.
Jumped to my attention. Like Stella said, I'm also a huge Bloodborne fan, and so I definitely try to do my best to check out like the latest.
It's gonna be okay.
Type games that they release, but
I think we're kind of all in agreement, maybe.
Pinocchio, that's like you just have to check it out. You know, you just can't not be curious by that premise.
I am very curious. I have not seen anything about a nose growth mechanic. I don't know.
But there is a line mechanic.
There's a line.
There is a line mechanic somewhere.
We all know what happened when Pinocchio tells a lie. I look forward to seeing more about that. Lies of P is out September 19th. So Stella, you only have a few days to burn through that before Cyberpunk 2077.
Cyberpunk 2077. Did we see any gameplay in that? In that portion of the show?
And they were like, yeah, we've been
I don't think we did.
So much to try to get this out, and it's really cool. And I did ask the most important question, which is
yeah, I only saw this.
They said yes.
Very cool.
Yeah,
with somebody moving around. Maybe that's gameplay right there.
Which is really great.
Okay.
It's so interesting because you're like, there's so much crime that happens.
Maybe they're just walking around. Okay, work in progress, capture on Series X and performance mode.
There is a new place that opened up, completely new, called Dogtown. It is adjacent to Night City.
Gameplay.
So it's going to be its own place. And
agree to that, but this is a
there, and they did tell us that we're going to get new weapon.
This is a third-party title.
Cars, so you can ride your motorcycle and you can slash cars that you drive by, which is going to be so cool. Yeah. And you can also get I can't remember his name, but from the Cyberpunk anime, you know, remember that guy who had the like rockets that came out of his arm? Yes. You get that ability and others, and it's so cool. They did a complete overhaul on so many
Look at their
things.
faces.
So many new
They're so disappointed.
You can now jump and dash.
You should have seen them with the did you see their faces with the Capcom showcase though? They were like, what the hell? Oh my goodness. I think everybody probably was like on the same page for that Capcom showcase. They were like, what in the world was that?
You can go there seamlessly.
That was not it.
Loading screen or anything, you can just drive right in.
Ubisoft showcase convinced me to get the DLC.
And also he's joined
by
Yep.
Yep.
Did you get a sense of like how?
I still haven't played this game though, but I'm eventually gonna pick it up.
So you chose Idris Elba to be here as Solomon, and he's going to
at some point
a huge part in the story. So he's going to be extremely integral, and apparently he's kind of like the main character. We're going to see a lot of him. So it's not just like he comes in and be like, here's your.
It seems like CD Projekt Red is really putting
and you're going to be
a lot of.
Going to be a
they're
big
really
name
investing
with him,
in this
he's going to
game.
be very important to the story that takes place with the DLC. Or I'm sorry, expansion.
Expansion, sure. Matt, did you play Cyberpunk?
I did play Cyberpunk. Yeah, I
fan.
I liked it. You know, you once you get your teeth into it and you realize that this is a very solid.
But guys, if you like the stream, just help your boy out. Click the like button for me. Maybe one day I will, break that algorithm. I don't have a lot of viewers here on the show. But if I continue to do my thing and get down here in the back cave
I'm really excited to
and get that experience with you guys.
I liked.
I will keep trying to do that and try my best to be unbiased as possible when we do have these live streams and talk about video games or whatever the case may be. Again, I respect everyone's position. How they feel about certain games, certain reviews. As long as we can have a good conversation around
especially after the anime. So I don't know. I know that our own
this
Miranda,
what we call video games.
She said she might drop Diablo.
It'd be great, man. It'd be great.
And I'm like, you know what? I might be there with you.
Yeah. Okay, we got another look at Avowed. They sort of broke down the trailer.
But if you're new and you enjoy the show, and you want to have more shows like this, more conversations, please subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. If you want to come into the show, let me know, then I'll definitely send you a link. Chime you in. You don't have to show your face or anything, and we can just chit chat and talk about.
It didn't move me.
This. Get your thoughts around it. Get your voice out there and get your thoughts and opinions
like the art style
out there as well.
It might honestly just be its like core foundational thing.
So
right? The art style's a little too bright.
The goal is to try to be positive and enjoy video games.
A subversion of it, as I was
playing video games and talking about video games along the way. So.
I think I am unmoved, and I'm not, and I'm.
He says they make it really, really hard though, and that's okay. It is tough.
I love Obsidian games, and that's the big trump card that they have in their back pocket is.
Not to, I guess if we're talking about the same thing, voice your opinions.
Yeah, I can't say that I've seen anything from Avowed that
but
I'm like,
we can,
wow,
you know, we can
that
still
looks
talk
amazing.
about it.
However,
right?
I like Obsidian games, and they have a great pedigree. So I'm interested.
Unless you're responding to someone else.
I'm about the same. I think once I got
Every
over the
showcase
shock
is
of
holding
the
out crazy.
cinematic
Yes,
trailer and
agreed.
the actual gameplay, I think that
They
I
went
came around
to
the fact that Obsidian
they
has
went
really good
the
stories.
No
Kat
Man's
and I
Sky
had a really good
route
discussion
and
on
are
this
trying to bring it
about
back.
How Avowed may not look like what we wanted it to look like, but it probably still has a great narrative, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm probably going to play for that, even if the
Starfield looks
art
good.
style isn't quite what I thought it was going to be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a great story, and
I think Starfield is going to sell well.
And we know that one's coming sometime next year. Don't have an exact date for it yet. But still, tell us about the First Descendant.
I think Phil Spencer is going to buy up 10,000 copies of it.
So crossplay beta is coming out August 22nd to the 28th.
Just to add to the numbers, I'm just messing, guys. Come on, I'm messing.
But this is crossplay now, and these are Korean developers again. I'm very happy. The movement actually looks really good.
It does resembles No Man's Sky.
Shooter featuring high quality graphics.
It's just
really cool because it looks
some people
like,
look at it like a beefed up
what I wanted from like
graphical.
Destiny and okay, Division doesn't really count because it's not like super sci-fi.
Extraordinaire
this is like everything I wanted
of No Man's Sky, however you want to paint it.
A 4-player co-op, and you can have boss fights, you can have raids, and it looks really interesting because I know a lot of my friends have been.
Here's my thing.
But that just hasn't been hitting for me.
20. If it's true, 25 years in developing this game.
Kind of reminds me of Warframe.
No one can tell me if you know about frame rates, and you know, trust me, I'm educated. You know, when it comes to frame rates and stuff like that. Now, I'm not a subject matter expert on it. Okay, there's people out there that knows that stuff very, very well, and maybe some of you in the stream know it very, very well.
I am not on that same
But
level as Stella. I've played Apex.
you can't tell me that you couldn't put in 60 frames per second
My
for.
job is to cover video games, and so I want to be on top of the latest trends and things like that, right? And
It doesn't. I mean, even though it's an ambitious game, it's massive. But I don't think. For a second, if I had Todd Howard right here in front of me, he will say that yes, we could put this. We could have this game at 60 frames per second. However, we will have to sacrifice. We will have to sacrifice fidelity and maybe you know, other things to make sure that it runs at the 60 frames per second. Will it be locked in 60 frames per second? Probably not. Okay, probably not. But for someone to state that, hey, you cannot run this game at 60 frames per second, come on, stop. Stop. On console, I refuse to believe that. PC, yes, of course.
Yeah, I feel.
So there should be no reason why Starfield would be running at 30 frames per second on PC. I mean, you have to break 60
And I feel really bad.
on
They seem
PC,
very
period.
excited about this game, but
But on these two on the Xbox Series X, the most powerful console on the market, up to 120 frames per second, up to, okay?
It's one of those things where if you
And this
keep showing
game has been in development for 25 years?
No, I am actually more excited for this game than I was before Summer of Gaming, which I guess means it was a success in terms of in terms of how much the system works.
Yes, and I understand the learning along the way.
Next month.
Hold on before I go further with that. I'm like, leave it 30 frames per second, but give people the option to unlock it if they want it. Yes, yes, I agree. I agree to that. He said on PC it hit 60 frames, but they locked it on console. They locked it on console at 30 frames per second.
I'm really excited for those. I have
now you know.
it was one of those things where it came out, caught everybody off guard. I played it that night.
What's the name of that group?
Kept playing, and then work just got in the way, and then I just sort of left it, right? But I can't wait to go back.
Yeah,
man, what's the name of that group on YouTube that
adding 2 new modes, BPM Rush,
they go into crazy detail about, you know, frame rates and stuff like that. Man, I can't even think.
Absolutely loved it, and
of the name.
Modes, or is it just like clothing? And I'm like, no, they're new modes. So yeah.
But that's good. I mean, as long as it's locked in at 30 frames per second, guys, I can get on board with that. I don't want to have any frame drops. Yes, and I agree with Todd Howard. You want to make sure that the gamer enjoys the experience of the game. Starfield looks great. I think it's going to be played for a long time. I'm pretty sure they're making DLC content for it right now to keep that game. Because that's one of their top games right now. That's pretty much.
But there's more to unpack after that. More.
Oh my goodness.
Console Watch coming up on IGN Summer of Gaming.
He says 25 years, you could make 3 games, maybe more, in my opinion. Digital Foundry, yes. You know they're gonna. Now, some people think their Digital Foundry is full of crap. They don't know what they're talking about. I don't know if those are the diehards that are speaking. I don't know. But I think, from my opinion, I think they actually are legit. They play the games. I don't think they are biased between both consoles. I don't see the point in doing that, to make yourself look silly. It's just that, you have your diehards when you have someone say something negative about your specific console or preference, you don't want to accept it. I mean, if it's running better on Xbox, then PlayStation do it. It's running better on the Xbox and vice versa. If it's running better on PC, then accept that. I mean, they're putting the energy, unless they're being paid by these companies to put out that stuff, then I don't see them being, I mean, just to be doing this.
Wait a minute, that doesn't sound so good.
To me, it don't make any sense.
Not what I expected in the best way.
I don't have the resources, I don't have the technology to sit here and compare frame rates between games, which console was, pushing the game better, etc. It is what it is. I just love the game. I really believe the Series S is holding back the Series X. A lot of gamers are on board with you on that.
We're gonna be going over some.
I think the Series X, the Series S could just be one of those, in-home consoles, for those who cannot afford the Series X. And I think there should be games built just for that console, right? You're always gonna have Game Pass, right? Game Pass, they're pushing Game Pass like it's crazy. But I think there should be games developed for that console. How you get away from Game Pass on that, I don't know. But I think that they should. Now, Phil did say, they provide the tools and resources to their studios to be creative and make the games that they want, etc., etc. But I also heard that it's very difficult to develop on that console. Now, again, I'm not a subject matter expert around that. So, but when you hear conversations come out around that, then it goes to the question like, okay, why is it so difficult to build games on that console?
They do have unofficial server support, but of course,
look at this, guys. Come on, man.
It's interesting because Arc 2's original release date or release window was supposed to be
this game is supposed to come out this year, right? Is it coming out this year or is it coming out next year?
So it is a little interesting to see them not say anything. So I was a little surprised to not see them here.
Now, forgive me. Is this
I don't know. I don't remember if it was coming out this year or not.
And were you a fan of the first Arc?
I played it for a little bit, like way back when it was still in.
So I can get on board with you.
Early access, and then I didn't play after full release because it's one of those things.
With the S holding back.
Games that come out in early access or beta that kind of continuously seem to live in that.
The Series X.
Fully released. A lot of people are like, "Well, I've already experienced it. Why do I need to go back?" So that was kind of the loop that I got stuck in.
I don't know what else to say after that.
For a while, but I know they added a lot of different expansions. It's really made itself. Come back up from the top.
So, but if you guys was to rate this extended showcase, what would you rate it?
Yeah.
All right, Matt. in the first Xbox showcase, Rare showed that they've been working on a new tie-in for Sea of Thieves. They're tying into The Secret of Monkey Island, which seems to that makes perfect sense.
He said
So
Sea of
really
Monkey
fun,
Island.
We also know Rare's been working on this game Everwild, which I don't even know if I really remember what that game is. Do you?
Yeah, it was like a fantasy, like a hunting kind of looking game. I think they teased it with a mysterious figure with a bow and arrow and beautiful looking mythical animals.
Which we're
seeing right now. But yeah, it just sort of fell off the.
Come on, Diamond.
Yeah. Do you consider yourself a fan of Rare games?
I give it a 4 out of 6, a 4 or 4.26.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like 4 out
you
of 6.
think of the past Rare games,
Okay,
but
4
they
to
don't
6.
make those anymore. But I like Sea of Thieves a lot from when I played it, and I feel like maybe it's one of those things where their success is just keeping them from.
I would say based on what was shown,
it's going really strong. There's tons of great expansions, especially the Monkey Island one.
We did get
one, which I think is going to be great.
We did get pretty much a little bit. Well, we pretty much got what was shown in the showcase.
Okay, we talked
to a certain
bit
extent.
On the pre-show. Perfect Dark.
We did get some gameplay for a few games.
I'm a big fan of the original, but I don't want to harp too much on that again. But there's also this game Contraband. Do you remember this one? This is from
So
Avalanche
I'm gonna have to
Studios,
go
the,
with
the
a
Just Cause team, which I think it was a couple years ago now. We just got sort of like a panning shot of a cluttered room with some like gear and maybe some weapons in there, and then just a logo, I think.
Yeah, which
is
was
all we got from
the same thing as Indiana Jones. Which
Because I'm
also
thinking that
missing.
everything
So
that they
those are the
showed,
two that we got
you know, in
sneak
this
peeks at that
showcase was in the
people
showcase.
were
They could have
very
put this in the
interested in,
showcase
didn't
as
get
well.
anything, so.
Contraband that we're seeing?
I mean, it was
I don't
pretty much the same thing.
I think this is the wrong Contraband. This is
for the
one
most
that's
part,
currently in
like
early
there was
access.
nothing
It's
really
different. You
actually
actually
new
It's actually really
as far
fun,
as
but it's not
you had
the
a
one.
few people talking. You had
Yes, you do confiscate Contraband from people.
a couple of directors, then you had Phil Spencer at the end. You had Sarah Bond speaking about the
But I've watched
I forgot the
all
name of the
silly things that
initiative.
you can do in it, and I was like, I feel like this is a little too sandboxy for me, but I love seeing what people can do with it.
Yeah. How about you? Any of the
Yeah,
Just Cause
I
games?
played
So I'm gonna give this,
when that came out, and again, it's like a proto
if
Tears of
I-
the
if,
Kingdom in terms of
3 out of
the
5.
ridiculous stuff that people were doing. I also played the Mad Max game. That
So I'm gonna put it.
That's right.
Yeah, it was
forgot
really
they did that
fun.
one. That was really,
My
really,
scale,
really good.
Really cool, but
you
yeah,
know,
in terms
at a
of
5.
Contraband,
So I'm
it
just gonna give it a
actually still
3.
nailed it. It's literally the same sort of.
Because I'm gonna
teaser
give
thing
it to them. They did
so-
extend it
Which, so
and
speaking
come
of,
out to talk
another-
more
that's-
about.
That's another game we have to see, and it's
I mean-
interesting because there's a new Indiana Jones movie just about to be released. You thought maybe that would be.
And
a good
that's
time?
Grace.
Remind
3
me
out of
what about
5 for me because I'm a realist. Okay, 3 out of 5 is Grace.
A great time, right? Leading up
Right?
to the movie's release.
Give them
I
that
mean,
benefit of the doubt. Like, yeah,
too early. Come
all
on,
right.
show us a little bit.
You know,
little
dude, we're not getting no
So
Indiana
from Machine
Jones.
Games, the Wolfenstein crew. So,
Man, no
You have
Wolfenstein.
to imagine it's
None
not
of
gonna
that.
play like that. It's not gonna
All
be
right, so
Wolfenstein-like.
guys,
It's gonna be
here's what I'm gonna
an
do.
adventure game. We were discussing this a little bit on the
We're
pre-show,
going
so
to
what do you
go
think they're gonna do
ahead
with the likeness
and
and
call it
voice
for this
of
stream.
Indiana Jones? Do something just
I
like
will
sound
be
alike,
live
or
streaming a little
their
later
own version?
on
Like do a James Bond
today.
thing where this is our Indiana Jones?
And you know, hopefully you guys
That would be really
can
interesting if they did their own,
you know,
like,
and
instead of the cinematic universe.
you know,
of
join me
James Bond,
for
they did a
those streams.
version, which like they totally did
I
with
appreciate
Marvel,
the love,
right? Or
guys.
Marvel's,
If
Guardians
you
of
enjoyed the show,
They totally did that, and it worked out just fine.
the live
So
stream,
I
please
think
hit the like
that
button.
may be something
If
that
you're
they
new,
do, but I know
subscribe.
Harrison Ford kind of likes
You
his
know,
character,
follow
like,
us
he
out
actually
on
likes
Twitter
Indiana
at Game
Jones,
Reactions
unlike his
40.
Star Wars
And
roles, right? So maybe he'll come
again,
back.
subscribe to the channel, turn on the
Well, speaking of that
notification
James
bell.
Bond game, that's another thing
He
that's
says,
been
Leo
missing
says,
from,
I'm like with Bethesda, I
the
always
Hitman
buy their
games.
games
They're
on
working on this
PC.
James Bond game.
Because yes, that's one thing that you know I have a tendency to forget about is the modding portion of it. Because when these games come out on PC, you see some of the amazing mods to some of these games. I'm like, man, these guys actually sit down and put, well, for those who know how to mod, you know, put it together and then, you know, give it out to others to use in the game as well. James Bond, yeah, we
sort of a dry spell for James Bond games where we used to get
I haven't
one
heard anything on
every year,
that project.
at least for like the longest time.
Yeah.
Are you a fan? Would you say you're a fan of the James Bond
But you know,
license?
yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cut it. I'm gonna go, you know, take care of a few things. I appreciate the love, guys, and hopefully see you guys back here later for, you know, just a few reactions to some shows. I'm gonna throw
What do you
in,
think about the whole sort of debate that's going on between
you know, some Nuke as well. I
Todd
know
Howard
some of you guys
confirmed
probably
that,
don't like Nuke.
Starfield will be 30 frames per second.
We're gonna throw those in there as
Locked at
well.
30 frames per
So
second.
So I'm
enjoy the rest of your day. If you don't come back, enjoy the rest of your day. And hopefully see you guys back here soon. So peace out. Love you guys, and always stay gaming.
One of our producers, Joe Bird, and I, we do talk about this quite a bit, about how we feel like this generation of consoles, developers weren't ready for it. Because a lot of times, games have been really